That's right. We're back. Solo. No more bullying gummies again in the way, okay? What's up? What's up?
What to think about when you're born into a fire? Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay.
Love you. Long time.
They tell us lies and
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
fade away.
Tap the screen. Tap, tap, tap. Tap the screen. Tap, tap, tap. How do you use a straw for butter? I don't. You drink the butter with a straw? What are you talking about?
Beat the house, beat the big house. The brains are bigger than the Dow.
We just go to the butter machine and get extra butter. Just squirt it on there, shake it up, squirt it on there, shake it up, done.
This is bigger than a cell.
That's right, Bug Dude. You better tap.
Run away.
When I say tap, you say how many times? The comment site doesn't even have somewhere other than TikTok. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? Move straws to the corner and repeat. Oh, okay. You put it in the middle of the bag and use the spoon. Okay, so just like to distribute it better, you don't have to shake it, maybe? And no greasy bag. Okay. So the first thing I do when I get popcorn is we usually, like, they have free refills on popcorn when you get a large. So usually I like knock like the top third of it off into the trash can because you can't shake it with the butter in it. And then I put butter on it and shake it or whatever. The boys had a movie night today at the house. They watched the new Spider-Man thing. I just pirated it, but they watched it. Liam wanted to go to the movie theaters, but it moved out of the theaters before I recognized whatever and had a paycheck to take him. It moved out of theaters pretty quick, so I ended up pirating it and setting the boys up and popped them some popcorn, and it worked out pretty good. How are you going to function tonight without someone to interrupt you every 30 seconds every time I press play? All right, we're going to watch this video. Play. Video plays in the background. You know what I think? Wait. When did we move on to this video?
Hey Daddies, it's me, the Linda Binda from TikTok. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to thank you for watching Cold Beer Confessionals with Will Bird. I think that's just incredible. I've watched a few episodes and I'm just like very intrigued. But you know what I'm most intrigued in is Big Daddy's meat stick. I heard that it's very thick, like a good old German sausage. You know, Linda and her coochie loves that. Oh, never mind. Let's not go there. Anyways, I hope you have a good show and enjoy it as you can. There's a lot of weird things that go on, especially when it comes from the realm of Linda Binda land. So, enjoy the show. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Welcome, everybody. I am Will Bird, and thank you guys for joining me. I just wanted to make one announcement here. Okay, so before we get started, we're actually going to move the live stream time to 10 p.m. Eastern. They have no idea why I cannot connect. I've done everything they've said, and even more that they weren't clever enough to think of. Just got sent up the ladder from the first customer service rep after an hour of zero progress. He literally said, up the ladder 10 times before finally transferring me. He's a disgrace. Now, what's going on is OBS, my streaming service, is down and cannot connect to my channel. I'm actively working on the issue with customer service and hope to have it resolved by 9 p.m. Eastern, but I had to move it to 10, obviously. This poor customer service rep answered my phone call. I feel so bad for him. Someone suggested, he said he would be live tonight, but now his internet service isn't working and he's on the phone with tech support. That's actually not true. Correction to the above. My internet is working just fine. OBS is my streaming service, which connects my video to the various different platforms, Rumble, Locals, D-Lives, and others, to broadcast my show. Even if the internet is working, I can't go live without the OBS software. It's a software error, nothing to do with the internet. Someone else also said maybe Will could just not use his OBS software and pick one of the platforms like Rumble to do his live, then worry about posting it to other platforms later. Bypass OBS and do a live stream straight from Rumble. I appreciate all you guys trying to help me, but the comment above does not make sense, okay? You need streaming software to do any live streams. You cannot do a live without the streaming software. It doesn't work like Runa, that was the person who says it, said above. Folks, Phil has 80 million viewers. It's not easy. Will has 80 million viewers. It's not as easy as using his phone. And I like to respond to that by saying not quite 80 million. Otherwise, I may run for president. But I wouldn't win anyways. Rigged system. So there's that. But yeah, what Jack said is mostly accurate. It's far more difficult than you are thinking. Now, what I was told is that OBS needs 24 hours to resolve the issue. I'll record my live and upload tomorrow. I'm sorry, guys. I wish I could tell you how pissed off I am. That was actually Phil, not me, saying all that. I just read it directly from his Telegram. That's why I messed up a couple times. Are people still believing his lies? Yes, please watch on Twitch if you can. Are people still believing his lies? First of all, OBS is a community program. OBS is open source. It's literally called Open Broadcasting Software. Open Broadcaster Software. There is no customer service. There is no one to call. There is no one to fix it. And no one told him it takes 20. I'm using OBS right now. And no one told, there is no customer service. Now, I know for a fact that Phil uses a program called Streamlabs, not OBS. It's actually called Slobs, which would be Streamlabs OBS. But the OBS portion of it's perfect. And he also lied saying that even if for some reason Streamlabs was down, I use Stream Elements, but even if for some reason Streamlabs was down, hold on just a second. Even if Streamlabs was down, he can absolutely stream directly to a platform. He can absolutely stream directly to a platform. It looks like there has been 6 reported outages in the last 24 hours. And those are probably people who don't understand how it works. I can absolutely stream to a platform. Have you guys ever seen me go live from my phone? Have you guys ever seen me go live to just a single platform? I ran, when we were doing Nick Swick, I ran 2 live streams at the same time. Streaming directly to a platform. Nick Swick was live, and I was live at the exact same time. This is 1000% a lie. Like, this isn't even a good lie. Streamlabs is not down. Hell, we'll open Streamlabs. Hold on. Streamlabs is not down. OBS is definitely not down. When he says OBS, it's a community. There is no customer service, okay? OBS is 100% free, and developers work on plugins. Hold on, I'll show you. Let me switch the screens around and so you can see better. So OBS is a 100% free program. Okay. Oh, let me turn off Bull's camera there. OBS is 100% a free program. We're on version like 29 or something. And then developers work and put out these, which are called plugins, to make different things work. Like this is a transition for your browsers. I should probably get that, honestly. It's been updated. Mute notifications, background removal, waveform tool, OBS shutdown plugin that'll let you shut down your OBS remotely. Yeah, these are these are the plugins that are presented with free. Some of them have a little bit of a weird paid thing, but OBS is free. But because it's free, the reason like when I first started talking to Sage or like Bullshit, or when people first start streaming, the reason they use Streamlabs is because Streamlabs has everything for you. You just plug in some things and you go, right? You just plug in like where you want it to go to, what your name is. It puts your little thing up there. You can pick a background and just go. OBS is a much higher learning curve, and the reason why is there is no customer service. When you have an issue with OBS, you just have to Google it. There is no customer service. There is no 24 hours we'll have you fixed up. There is none of that. Bill 100% can go live without a streaming service. So like if I go to you can't do it on Rumble. If I go to I can do it straight to DLive, I can do it straight to Twitch, I can do it straight to YouTube. Basically anything with an app. I might be able to do it to Rumble as well for my phone. I haven't tried. But yeah, you can go live straight to a streaming service. There is no customer service. Whatever he's saying, he just made up. OBS customer service. Like this is all freeware, right? And his community, the community upkeeps it. If we just go to the OBS homepage, I think it's just OBS project. Is it org? No, it's got to be a .com. OBS project. Here it is. OBS Studio. Free and open source software for video recording and live streaming. Download and start streaming quickly and easily on Windows, Mac, or Linux. You know what it doesn't say? Call our customer service. Like there's a Discord community where you can ask questions. There is. Thank you. Thanks, Jay. I see it. Jay Hyde Ashbury. I see it. There's a Discord where you can ask questions. They have an official Twitter account where you can ask. There is no customer service because there is no customer, because there's no product, right? It's free. How the fuck does he think they're gonna fund customer service? It's free. This is not like, it's 100% open source. This is not like I paid for like Excel and I'm gonna call the people at Excel because this isn't working. This is like, hey, it's free. Use it to your benefit. It's community developed, but there's no one to call. There is no customer service line. You might find somebody like me that knows a lot about it. I am in their OBS Discord server. I was a moderator for a while. I don't think I am anymore, but you might find somebody like me and just send me a message and ask me a question and say, hey, I broke this on my version of OBS. But there is no everything he says is a fucking lie. What is wrong with this guy? By the way, it was supposed to be his big news today. He had good news and bad news. The bad news is he couldn't go live yesterday. But the good news is everything's happening. Everything's happening. What the fuck is he lying? What? This is just such a bad lie. I think I even have Streamlabs. Yeah, I've got Streamlabs desktop, which is what he's running, but the Mac version. Damn, there's an update. No, I don't want to run the update. Just give me the old version just so I can show it for the stream. So I don't use Streamlabs, but I'll show it to you. Now, Streamlabs would have customer service. Streamlabs is a paid program, and it's a fork of OBS. A lot of people don't like Streamlabs just because they are a paid fork of something that's put out there free. Same thing with, there is a, what's it called? There is a company that does, here's mine. Here's my Streamlabs right here. Oh, shit. Didn't mean to do that. Control Z. Does that work? Control Z twice. Okay. Here's my Streamlabs. Okay, you see me there on my green screen. I haven't got it greened out. And here is like a little feed. It says, Yaron has followed. Sajiquas has followed. Definitely not the IRS followed. This isn't, and here's like my audio outputs behind me. And then you would connect this. Now, Streamlabs does have customer service, but literally, Streamlabs not connecting to his Rumble or Discord, there's no possible way he could need 24 hours to fix something. All you do when you use this software, okay, is you're putting your video, you're putting everything together here. So you add your chat, you add your video, you add your audio, you add your animations, whatever you got, and he doesn't have any of that. Hell, he can't even show the screen when he's on locals. All you're doing with this is you're putting everything, your package together, and then you put in an address and a key of where you want it to go to. So there'll be a Rumble address and a key. There'll be a locals address and a key. There'll be a DLive address and a key. But there can't be anything wrong with Streamlabs that wouldn't let you connect to any of the of his outputs, right? Like if he couldn't connect to Rumble, I've had this happen before because Rumble's ingest. So like video they're taking in, ingest servers were down. That's one thing. If he couldn't connect to DLive because DLive was down, their servers were down. That's one thing. But to say like he can't connect to any of them, anywhere he broadcasts, he can't connect, and they're going to take 24 hours to figure it out is just a flat out lie. And he knows the average age of his followers is like 352. There's 102 people watching us on Twitch, by the way. That is accurate in LinkedIn. Just as accurate as Phil's is, but he just makes his up. I put mine on the screen because fuck them. There is nothing that OBS can do over 24 hours. Literally nothing that OBS can do over 24 hours or that Streamlabs can do over 24 hours to have him connect to everything. And adds $1 million at the end. That's right. He slipped before and actually fucked up and said his actual viewer numbers. All right, I'm going to close this because it's using resources, and I just wanted you guys to see what this is. Like, everything on the screen, I can move around, right? And if I was doing this for the stream, it would just move it around. The same that I'm using OBS right now, and like, let's see, I can move myself around. So like if I move myself over here or whatever, you will actually see it move on your end. So it's the same thing. This is just another program that does it. But there is no problem ever that Streamlabs is like, oh, you can't connect to anybody. You're going to need 24 hours. You're going to need 24 hours to do that. We're going to have to reboot a 24-hour reboot on our whole system to get Phil back on Rumble. Bullshit. Streamlabs is not that hands-on. I've dealt with them before, and OBS doesn't even have anything like that. That's 1,000% a lie. So let me close this. And he also said yesterday, he said, good news. So he said, he put out a poll that says 10-minute poll. I have good and bad news. Which you'd like first? Now, bad won. So he says bad news first. I was asked not to go live tonight due to an ongoing event. An ongoing event. So there will be no live tonight. Then it says, who wants the good news, me or not me? Well, me won, obviously. And it says, good news. I have received various multiple reports tonight from my sources, plural, and also including the source, right? That is extremely good news for our movement. I will be able and allowed to talk about this news during tomorrow's live. I'm very excited, as you should be, 100%. Here's what Phil doesn't know. Phil needs a tech guy. Phil needs somebody to help him on his website. Phil needs somebody to help him with OBS. Phil needs somebody to do a lot of these things. Since Phil doesn't read his comments very often, and since Phil gets a lot of duplicate comments, basically every show he gets a lot of the same comments because he's got so many people in there and his chat's going so fast. If he had a good tech guy like me, Phil, if he had a good tech guy, he could have just recorded this earlier today and broadcast it as if it was live and no one would know the difference. I could also show him how to share his fucking screen on Locals. What a douchebag. This guy's an idiot. He can't even share his screen on Locals, and he claims he's Edward fucking Snowden, a white hat hacker, and he can't figure out how to share this screen right here, this screen on Locals. All he can do is put his camera on it and hope it works. Anyways, don't forget to like the stream. Don't forget to share the stream. We're e-bagging tonight. I don't even know what we're e-bagging for anymore. Probably some good therapy sessions after having to put up with Bull for a whole week full of gummies. So if you want to donate to the stream, you're more than welcome. You can do that by going to coldbeer.fund, coldbeer.fund, or the direct links. You can type in !coffee. I don't know if I got Dono Clip set up yet, but I will, because my website's still saying that it doesn't have a fucking that it doesn't have a security certificate. But that doesn't really matter because you don't send me your information anyways. You send it to buy me a coffee or whatever. All my website is like a page where all the other pages are stored. I don't get your credit card information. I don't get your donations. I know it's scary when it says this website's not safe, but if it said that when you clicked on like buy me a coffee right here, that's when I would be worried, because that's where you're putting your payment information in. Or if it said it when you went to Dono Clip, that's where I would be worried, because that's where you're putting your information in. You don't put any information on my website. All it does is link you to other websites. And something's wrong with my security certificate. I got to get it updated. It's supposed to be good for 2 years. I paid like $180 for 2 years for all my websites. But for some reason at the 1 year mark it's claiming that it ran out. Followers think he's Snowden. Yeah, especially as many technical difficulties he's had. He told me when I asked him how to get on the dark web, when I told him how to get on the dark, I've tried the free cert. I can't get it to work. Like, I can get it to work, but it doesn't work for every browser. So, like, if you use, like, a weird browser like Opera GX or Safari, it doesn't recognize free certificates. Like, it doesn't, I don't know. So, I paid, I think it was, we can look. I think it was $178 for 2 years for 3 websites. The third website, I don't have anymore, but domain.com. Yeah, I've got like free cert plugins, but for some reason, like in some browsers, they don't. I don't know what they get. They still give a warning. Yeah, but so all public certifications is max 1 year only. Yeah, I know, but I paid for them to renew it and do it for 2 years. It's cheaper if you pay for it for 2 years. It's a 1 year certificate, and when it expires, it's supposed to be renewed. And they told me the same thing when I called in, that it should have already been renewed, but nobody's renewing it. So this is where we're stuck at, Thor Spear. Let's see. SLL certificate. It actually says it's good on my end on the website. Hold on, it's loading. I just use domain.com. I used to use Bluehost, but somehow I ended up on domain.com. Yeah, it says SLL certificate is active. Year 1 of 2. It's still showing 1 of 2, but it's saying that it expires and auto-renews on 7/18/2023, and that it'll be good till 7/18/2024, but it obviously hasn't. It's still saying not secure, no HTTPS, just HTTP. So, I don't know. I got to get a hold of them. I can download the certificate. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why I'm getting that warning. I tried to run, just to patch it together, I tried to run a free SSL on my WordPress, through WordPress, and just to get it to patch through just to where it'd work. But I think where I've already got one there that is expired, the other, they're like interfering with each other or something. I was banned for questioning what Phil said about SCOTUS overturning the 20. Yep. Yeah, now he's claiming, I don't know if you've seen him recently, but now he's claiming that he never said that. He's claiming that he actually never said that. He said that it was important to our movement, but he never said that was a thing that was going on. Of course. Why wouldn't he say that? It was important to our movement, but he never said that it was actually happening. Never, ever. Why would he say that? That's ridiculous. And I honestly don't know how to. So I got the really simple SSL running, but it won't do the automatic install because it says hosting panel software is not recognized. Depending on your hosting provider, the generated certificate may need to be installed manually. Could not verify alias domain. Please check if the www version of your website also points to this website. If it's not the case, don't add the alias to your cert. Your domain meets the requirements. Let's encrypt. And if I hit save and continue, it makes an SSL security, but I don't know where to put it. I'm sure it's like in the database and stuff, but I don't know where to install it. Installation. It says installation instructions are here. Let's see, because they have a bunch of hosting things that say one-click install, but I don't have any of these. It has HostGator, XXL, iPage, Host Pop-Up. I have domain.com hosting, and that's not listed on here. So if I have something else, SSL is paid for smaller hosting deals, not yet tested with really simple SSL. So I don't know where to install it at. Do you guys know where I should put it? Should be easy to update it manually. Well, I've got a free one, and it says the challenged directory was successfully created. Save and continue to activate. Enable recommended hardening features. Okay. SSL has been activated. So it says an active SSL, but it wants me to manually install it in the databases. And I don't know where that goes. Directories. Checking cert directories, checking permissions, checking challenge directory. That's all verified. Hosting provider. Hold on just a second. The hosting provider is domain.com, but that's not listed. I'm not listed. Please proceed with the installation. Let me grab another one. Let me just grab another plugin. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the time we had with Bull. I actually had a lot of fun. We had a pretty good time. The river, we talked about floating the river yesterday. It was actually really fun. We had a good time on the river. It'll beat the shit out of you. You know what I'm saying? Like it beat you up pretty good, but that's part of it. I think when I was younger, I stayed more drunk and I didn't feel it as bad, but it's a fun thing. I think that anybody that comes and visits, I know there's like at Sukkos came before, and that now Bull has been here to visit. That anybody comes to visit, hopefully in the summer, that we can go float the river. That's like an experience that I guess not a lot of people get to have, I guess, and it's something fun to do. The river that we live on, the Nolichucky, there are people that travel all around the place, all around America to like come and hang it out and check it out and hit the rapids here. A lot of them go actual rafting, which is cool too. But I just like floating. One, it gives you a taste of it without having to invest a lot of money. Two, you do your own thing. You don't have a guide and stuff, blah, blah, blah. Are there cabins to rent at your campsite? Yeah, there's cabins all the way from like fully furnished, ready to go cabins, like you would get like a cabin you would have at the lake or whatever, almost like a hotel room with bedding and all that stuff. And then there's also like the cabin that Bull and Mandy got. The cabin that Bull and Mandy got was just it has beds, a window unit, air conditioner because it's kind of small. It's got a little mini fridge in it, but it doesn't have a bathroom. You still use which we got a really nice bathroom now that's been remodeled, but you still use like the campgrounds bathrooms, which are just down at the bottom of the hill. Hold on just a second. Okay. Yeah, you just use those, but there's other ones that are like basically like a house, like a little house, right? Yeah, somebody else was looking at that earlier, the computer clock. So somebody else told me to do that, but it didn't look like anything was wrong. Open your FTP or file manager of your hosting panel. Navigate to your domain subdomain folder. Create .well/gnome folder and create acme.challenge folder inside well-known folder if not already created. Upload the above downloaded challenge files into... Okay, let me see if I can do this. We're learning stuff. We're learning stuff. So it says FTP or file manager on your hosting panel. Okay. We're learning things. Private name servers, DNS records. Okay, it would be under the DNS records, right? I don't know. Maybe this is something I should do while offline before I fuck something up. Let's see here. Where am I at? HTTP challenges. Upload the above downloaded challenge files in the Acme challenge folder. Sorry, I'm looking for a second. You have to give me just a minute. Okay, that renews then, that renews then, that renews then. That renews 2024. Okay, I've already renewed that. 2024, 2025. It's saying my shit doesn't... I don't know. This is stupid. It says renews on July 18th, 2025. And that I've already paid it, and that I'm looking at the SSL again. All right, I'll do some other things. I'll do some other things later. That's no big deal. All right. We'll fix that later. Just go directly to the sites if you have an issue with my website. You can push past it. So basically what happens, actually I could probably do this. Let's copy this and I'll show you what happens. New incognito window, and I'll pull it over here. And then if we type in coldbeer.fund, here's what will happen when you go to my website. Maybe not. Usually it'll pop up and say website's not safe, and there'll be a button that says back to safety. If you click more info, you can just go to my website. If you don't want to do any of that, you can just type in !coffee into the chat, and it'll bring up the buy me a coffee link. And I'm going to go set up the dono clip link right now. I can't believe incognito mode didn't do it. Stupid. It knows that I want to show you something, so it's like, nah, fuck you. Anyways, I'll update this. I'll stay after work today and do it or something. 666. Look out. Thank you.
For reference, this is how hairy my butt is right now.
Pancakes! Thank you. Dono clip. Exclamation point, dono clip. Use this link. Let's see. I'm making another bot for the mods to use, or anybody to use. Use this link, colon, to leave a dono clip with, thank you very much, Red Flag Queen, with audio or video for Will. Okay, that'll work. Advanced settings. Say command post, user cooldown 15 seconds, global cooldown 5 seconds. That's fine. It's only when I'm online. Command keywords, all that'll work. All right, try exclamation point dono clip. Somebody. Exclamation point dono clip. And see if that works. See if the bot recognizes it. It might not work till I go live again. There it is. Use this link to leave a dono clip with audio or video for Will. Thank you very much. I can't wait to change my name. It doesn't say it right. It says thread. What does it say? Thread flog queen. It says something weird. Hold on, I'll replay it. Hold on, let's see what it says.
Threadflage Queen shared X600.
Threadflage Queen. Threadflage Queen. Threadflage Queen. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So there's Dono Clip. Did this start with your Windows update? No, I don't think so. I have a pending update. So it started on the 18th when me and Bull came in. I have a pending update, but it didn't start with an update. Anyways, we'll get it. Don't worry about it. Either way, you can use those. You can use exclamation point Dono Clip, exclamation point coffee if you want to leave a donation. We would greatly appreciate it.
Bird_57 just resubscribed for 10 months.
Thank you very much for the resubscription. Contribute to the show that way. We're actually, I know the economy shit, and I can always tell, like, well, clearly donations are down. They're technically up on this time last year, but they're down on the last 2 months, I think, percentage-wise. But yeah, the economy shit, if you can't support it, that's all right. There's no requirement to. But if you can, we would appreciate it. I'm also planning to pick up a sponsorship and doing some Mariah basically sort of kind of told me for a job, I guess. No, the lady that owns the campgrounds was kind of left high and dry with her maintenance guy.
Liver Spam just resubscribed for 7 months.
Thank you very much, Pabs Liver Spam. I appreciate that. The maintenance guy kind of left the campground owner kind of high and dry. First of all, he quit. Then he came back. Then he just wouldn't do any work, and he hadn't paid any rent in like months, so she had to get rid of him. And there's like a bunch of shit that he had halfway finished. So she asked me if I would finish those. Peb's Livers Bam. So she asked me if I would do those. So I'm going to be that until they actually hire a replacement of some sort, I guess. Just like random odd jobs. Like they want some, you know, when you go to the beach and you have an outdoor shower to like wash off before you get in your car. They want 2 of those installed. There's like some mowing and weed eating to do until she gets a company. And then there's some other little odd jobs, some decks that need to be fixed up and some boards replaced and some silly stuff like that. It's not much, but I don't mind helping out. They've been good to us. We've lived there for almost 2 years now. Yeah, it's coming up on 2 years. In August, it'll be 2 years. On Mariah's birthday is when we moved to the campground. And believe it or not, she did not she did not like the idea at first. But I told her, like, we'll get somewhere as soon as we can, blah, blah, blah. And then she fell in love with the place and now refuses to leave. Even when we talk about, like, buying land in the future and building a house or whatever, she's like, yeah, that's nice, but not for a while. Like, I like it here. I enjoy this, blah, blah, blah. If you donate bits, that's cool. Twitch takes a percentage of them, and I get those, like, on the 15th of every month or something like that. If you donate through Dono Clip or buy me a coffee, that goes directly to my PayPal account or my bank account. Either way is cool with me. One of them's a lot faster, clearly, than the other one. But I'll have my website fixed in a day or two. All right, let's talk about some other things. What did I probably just closed some shit that I needed open. Let's see here. Back that up. OBS.Ninja. If you never remember a single thing from me about streaming, if OBS.Ninja is such a fucking powerful fucking website. OBS.Ninja will let you have a host chat rooms. It'll let you bring up just wild shit. You could do chat rooms. You can do remote guests. You can do OBS.Ninja is a crazy fucking strong program. Let's see here. Back. First of all, we have this story. I did not cover this the other day, but I do think it's funny. This is a little bit political. We're going to do the show a little bit different. I've got some stuff that clearly I want to go over. And then afterwards, damn, my shit's freezing up. God damn it. Move that back over here. I probably need to do that update and reboot, don't I? We're going to do the show a little bit different. I've got some stuff that I want to cover. And then what I'll probably do is I will open up hop in one of the Discords in a little bit. And I want to open up some discussion for you guys and do that. I think that'll be fun. There's a hot topic trending right now. And if you want to call in and talk about it, you're more than welcome. Thank you for those. I don't think under 200 bits don't set off the alerts, but I see them. Thank you, Brainaki, for the 1 bit, the 59 bits. I appreciate it. So let's see this. First of all, we have this right here from Targeted Individual.
Hello, Derek. I kicked out a light in the trunk. I don't know where I am. Where am I?
Where am I? He kicked. So he's being held hostage, and it seems like we're turning this into like a game. Thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate it. Seems like this has been turned into a game here.
Hello, Derek. I kicked out a light in the trunk. I don't know where I am. Where am I?
You should contact Jose Monkey over on TikTok. He's the guy that I showed that like finds people or whatever. Someone said, did I show the Biden vial of blood? I didn't see it. We also had this. I don't know if you guys saw this. It says comms Cecile annex I / open parentheses, close parentheses, at 01.1.02.2 comms froth people brackets Manda freak question mark OE stomp question mark yes comms trek unman kek / / semicolon waters question mark yes comms H28 Pock Deuce Snace end comms. So there you go. There you go. Oh, I do see the Tim Hinton video. I was getting ready to play that. Thank you. I don't know why he said this one's for you, Tim Hinton, but I did see it, and I'm about to play it here. Oh my God! Why did that pass through his hand? Why does that go through his hand? Is that boy invisible? Clearly this is fake as fuck, right? I don't know why he said Attorney Tim Hinton, this one's for you, and I have no idea why. I think he's going to try to tell his audience that Tim Hinton's part of the deep state, and he does adrenochrome, blah, blah, blah. Also, while I'm thinking about it, I know we was fixing to move on to something else. There are stories trending that's like, oh, are we really conspiracy theorists now? Are we really conspiracy theorists? Because they are doing some testing with adrenochrome, okay? They are doing testing. Now, no, I know some people probably have. I have never disputed that adrenochrome was a thing. We've looked it up and what it's used for. It can be used as like a blood thickening agent. It was studied back in the 70s with people who had schizophrenic episodes, as maybe it tried to relate to schizophrenia. I have a little sealed test container of adrenochrome in a powdered form. It's like a little white powdered form. The argument is people aren't harvesting it from tortured kids and drinking it to live forever. Okay, it is basically what do they call oxidized adrenaline? Oxidized adrenaline. They found no medical use for it is the problem. It's a chemical compound produced by the oxidation of adrenaline. And someone told me that if you have old expired EpiPens that come in contact with oxygen, they basically form adrenochrome because EpiPens go bad after so long. There's just not a medical use for it. It's a chemical compound produced by the oxidation of adrenaline, epinephrine. It was the subject of limited research in the 50s to the 70s as a potential cause for schizophrenia. While it has no current medical application, the related derivative compound, carbozochrome, that's probably right. Carbozochrome is a hemostatic medication. It is a hemostatic. What does that mean? It makes blood stick together. Hemorrhagic agent and substance because hemostasis stops, so it stops bleeding. Yes. That is for carbozochrome. While it has no current medical application, the derivative compound carbozochrome is a hemostatic medication. Despite this compound's name, it is unrelated to the element chromium. Instead, the chrome suffix indicates a relationship to color, as pure adrenochrome is deep violet. So yes, they are testing this. I think they were testing it. Let's see. We can read the study if you give me just a second. So open this and then use that to open the study. But basically, people are like, I thought you said it wasn't real. Thought you said it didn't exist. This person, Laura Logan on Twitter, all the Q-tards are taking over Twitter now, says, well, what have we here? The NIH is testing the effects of adrenochrome on humans, so it's not a conspiracy. My question, where did the NIH get this adrenochrome they harvested? It's made in a lab. It has literally nothing to do with kids. It's made in a lab. It is, they take lab-made adrenaline and they introduce it to oxygen. It's oxidized. My question, where did the NIH get this adrenochrome they harvested? According to their, ACC to their study, effects of adrenochrome and epinephrine on humans. So if we pull this PubMed article up, we'll see what they're talking about. Here it is. We can watch this video. Let me get rid of this video so we'll watch it again. So watch the vial pass through his hands. This is clearly doctored. He goes, how can you hold something through your hand? Did you see it jump his finger? All right, right there, it's on the outside of his pointer finger. His pointer finger's on the inside. Now watch, when he holds it up, it's going to jump through his finger. There it is. Now it's on the inside. It's going through his hand. That hand's not even fucking real. Why is Joe Biden wearing this flesh-colored mitten? How edited can you get this shit? You guys see that, right? Has gone all the way down the rabbit hole. Laura, I don't think I know her. Who is she, Dr. J? Should I know her? Joe Biden's wearing a flesh-colored mitten, of course. Then they do some type of hand withdrawal. This is all fucking fake, dude. Let's see if it'll play, if I can get it to play again. And I'll be zoomed in this time again. Okay. Let's wait till we see his hand. Now watch it jump through his hand. Boom. Oh, there goes through his finger. Then it's like he's being crucified with it.
Incoming
like
Donald clip.
Hands. This shit's crazy. Another Donald clip from Ramesh. Here's a study while we're waiting on the mods to review that. So it says abstract is effects of adrenochrome and epinephrine on human arterial endothelial cells in vitro.
Well, Bird, this is Ramesh. Sorry I'm late. Someone seems to have hit out the back of my car, and I took it to the shop.
Oh, no. Did someone seem to have knocked out your tail lights? Someone seems to hit out the back of my car. Oh, no. Thank you very much for the dono clip. I appreciate that. Keep them coming. We'll keep trying. It looks like California. I think it's in California so far. We'll have to narrow that down a little bit, see if we can rescue Mort. Or hell, maybe see if we can keep the police away from Mort and let Ramesh fix him. In vitro just means it's in a test tube or a culture dish. It's outside a living human. You have in utero, in the body, in vitro. So when people say that they were test results about, this is a good example. People said they were test results about, ivermectin on COVID. It was all in vitro. It was all in vitro. They couldn't get any in utero because the stuff acts different in the human body than it does on a test. I mean, you test it outside the human body first, obviously, and then you move those tests to like to mouse or monkey or whatever, and then you start testing it as long as it's safe inside the human body, or at least safe enough. And so that would be in utero. When people talk about ivermectin, it had maybe some good qualities in vitro, but not in utero. They couldn't get anything back. So either way, here we go. So endothelial cells. What is endothelial? Endothelial cells form a single cell layer that lines all blood vessels. Okay, so it's the lining of your blood vessels and regulate exchange between bloodstream and the surrounding tissue. Oh, okay. So it's the lining of your blood vessels that allow exchange between your flesh and your bloodstream. You know how oxygen is dissolved in the blood, nutrients are dissolved in the blood, different things like that. This allows those things to go between your body and your bloodstream. These are the type of cells that let that go through. And it's still, again, it's in vitro, in a test tube, not in people. And it says the effects of adrenochrome and epinephrine were investigated in cultured human umbilical arterial endothelial cells. The cells are exposed to either adrenochrome or epinephrine at levels of 50 or 200 microems, respectively, up to 24 hours at 3, 5, 7, and 24 hours of the designed harvesting time. 3H thymidine incorporation, protein content, 3H cholesterol uptake, prostacyclin production, peroxidation were measured. We found that adrenochrome at a level of 200 microem inhibited thymidine incorporation, decreased protein content, and stimulated cholesterol uptake, and decreased prostacyclin production after 3, 5, 24, and 5 hours of exposure, respectively, compared with control. It took 24 hours, however, for epinephrine at a level of 200 microem to inhibit thymidine incorporation, and prostacyclin production, when the concentration was reduced to 50 microem. Only adrenochrome inhibited thymidine incorporation after 24 hours of treatment. Both adrenochrome and epinephrine had no effect on lipid peroxidation. We suggest that atherogenic changes found in severe hypertension may be due to an abnormal high concentration of epinephrine, especially oxidized epinephrine, which would be adrenochrome, on endothelial cell functions such as DNA synthesis, cholesterol uptake, and prostacyclin production. So we need to look up some words here. Severe hypertension that we found we found that atherogenic changes. Copy. Oh no, I just need to search. Hold on, search. It says risk factors in obese subjects. What does that mean? Changes. We just need to look up the word, don't we? Atherogenic, tending to promote the formation of fatty plaques in arteries. So they're saying that we suggest that people who have proclivity to have to have a buildup of fatty plaques in their veins, found in when they have severe hypertension, when they have the severe high blood pressure, may be due to an abnormal high concentration of epinephrine or oxidized epinephrine, which would be adrenochrome, already in their bodies. So basically what they're saying is people who have this fatty plaque buildup in their veins caused by very high blood pressure, severe high blood pressure, they may also have already in their body, not putting it in there, already in their body, they may also have high epinephrine or high adrenochrome on their endothelial cell functions, such as DNA synthesis, cholesterol uptake, and prostacyclin production. So basically, they're studying about people with severe high blood pressure and plaque buildup in their veins and why. This isn't like they're saying, oh, we can treat this with adrenochrome. They're saying adrenochrome's already made in the body, or epinephrine. Adrenochrome's not technically made in the body. It's when they take epinephrine and they oxidize it. But if it's in the body, then it's just oxidized epinephrine. So basically, they're saying that these may be higher in those people. Maybe it's a stress response or whatever, and that might be causing or a byproduct of their severe hypertension, their severely high blood pressure. So this is nothing crazy. This is nothing new. This isn't like they're using it to treat high blood pressure. That's not true. They're basically saying that this causes these things. And they were able to reproduce something that naturally happens in people. And now they're saying, oh, well, we were able to reproduce it. This might be some of the symptoms these people are having. Because I'm sure they never, if you come in showing that you have high blood pressure and maybe some buildup in your arteries, they're not testing you for epinephrine. But this might be a new breakthrough. Maybe there's some type of epinephrine or oxidized epinephrine inhibitor that would also help you with extreme high blood pressure for people who have extreme high blood pressure. Maybe. Who knows? This is the study, though. But for someone to post something stupid like this, they don't understand what the study is. They don't understand where it comes from. They don't understand what the fuck's going on. Because, well, what have we here? The NIH is testing the effects of adrenochrome on humans. No, they're not. They're not testing anything on humans. They're testing it on the cells that literally let blood exchange stuff with the rest of your body in a test tube, in a petri dish. They're not. Hell no, they're not. So it's not a conspiracy. No, it's still a conspiracy because you say that it's harvested from kids who are being tortured, and that's the only way you can get it. That's not true. They literally make it in a lab. So it's not a conspiracy. My question, where did the NIH get this adrenochrome they harvested? They always use the word harvest, even though all adrenochrome is made in a lab. They use the word harvest again because they're kids, blah, blah, blah. Used to be a Mideast correspondent for mainstream media, was raped in Egypt, reporting the Green Room. Oh, shit. I probably should know her name, but obviously I don't. I have high blood pressure because I tell people to fuck off when they piss me off. I don't hold shit in. There you go. Oh, I've never had it. I got you. But that's the study. They're just the Q-tards are playing to this. Protection against adrenochrome-induced myocardial damage by various pharmacological interventions. They're just sharing. I found this one as well. They don't understand what it is. They have no idea what it is. It's something your body naturally produces, the oxidized epinephrine, which is the same as adrenochrome, and they're wondering why your body produces this, and if we inhibit it from producing this, can we have better health results? They're not trying to drain babies to live forever. They're just idiots. They're just idiots. Adrenochrome is merely oxidized adrenaline. It is a simple chemical synthesizable. I don't know if that's a word, but he's right. You can synthesize it. You don't get it from fucking babies, torture or whatever. Fucking idiots. Anyways, I just wanted to cover that before that becomes a big deal. Now onto the news story. Marjorie Taylor Greene inflicts Hunter Biden nudes on Congress. So if you missed it, a few days ago, MGT printed off poster boards, big ass poster boards of Hunter Biden's sex tape shots with his dick out and everything. And she just took them to Congress. Oh, what's up, big girl? Rob is synthesizing adrenochrome using goats. I've heard that works. So, and then she just pops them out in front of, this isn't like a closed committee at all. This is like the public is sitting in on this oversight committee. And she starts asking the IRS whistleblower representatives, is a crime being committed here? Is a crime being committed here? Do you see his penis? Is a crime being committed here? She is the Facebook of Congress. That's 100% right. She is the Gam Jenkins of Facebook or of Congress. She's that Facebook account. Rep Marjorie Taylor Greene, R of Georgia, briefly sent Wednesday's House oversight hearing into chaos when she displayed nude photos of President Joe Biden's son, Hunter, engaging in sexual activities, prompting committee Democrats to deem her latest attention-grabbing stunt inappropriate. Imagine if someone would have showed up, like she's just going through a divorce, and there's allegations that there was impropriety in their marriage on both ways. Imagine if someone would have showed up with her nudes, or like her kids' nudes. Or I'm not her kids, her husband's nudes. I specifically meant to say not kids, but her husband's nudes, or her husband's nudes with his new woman, like a sex tape, and just played it. I don't think her kids are adults. That's why I specifically said not kids. Then it says Wednesday's hearing was centered on the testimony of two IRS whistleblowers who alleged that criminal probe into Hunter Biden, which resulted into a plea deal on tax charges, was mishandled by the Justice Department, who they claim gave preferential treatment to the younger Biden. So literally, Biden's nudes have nothing to do with what's going on that day. They're literally talking about he took a plea deal from a criminal probe, a plea deal for tax charges, and she brings up nudes from his laptop and puts them on a poster board, throws them up there. Here we go. Way to throw a wrench into that. Who they gave preferential treatment to the younger Biden. For the first few hours, the hearing largely went as expected. Republicans touted the whistleblower's testimony as extremely credible while using it as a launching point for further speculation about the Biden crime family and allegations of foreign bribery schemes. Democrats, meanwhile, labeled the entire investigation into the Bidens as an exercise in futility and embarrassment, noting that the House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer, a Republican from Kentucky, has yet to provide any evidence of the president's wrongdoing. It wasn't until Green got her chance to ask questions, however, that the hearing really turned into a circus of the absurd. Armed with a series of poster boards emblazoned with X-rated images from the younger Hunter Biden's infamous laptop, the MAGA congresswoman asked the two witnesses if they believe the president's son was involved with prostitutes. Involvement with prostitutes violated any federal laws. Let me move this over here before I scroll down any further, because there is a Twitter video and Twitter allows nudity. So I really need to see what this is before I just play it. Let's see here. I'm going to open it up and see what it is. You'll be able to hear it either way. It looks like it's on Fox News, so surely it doesn't have nudity.
Platform. This is evidence of Hunter Biden making sex. Excuse me, this is my time.
Making sex.
Pornography.
Should we be displaying this, Mr. Chairman?
I'm going to be real honest with you. I'm going to play this this link for you. It doesn't have nudity. I'm going to be real honest with you. I know we've been saying Hunter Biden's an idiot. Hunter Biden's an idiot. Hunter Biden's an idiot. But to be fair, in Hunter Biden's favor, and you probably won't like this, but I have to be fair, right? That's all I can do. Is Hunter Biden, if he paid these people for sex and recorded it, and at some point mentioned, I'm going to record it to make a porno, that's legal. Even in the U.S. If I go to a prostitute and say, hey, I want to pay you to fuck you, but I'm going to record it because I'm making pornographic material, that's 100% legal. And that might be the reason he recorded all this shit. If you're making porn is completely different than just being with a prostitute. If you state you're making a pornographic film or video or whatever, that's legal. You can pay somebody to make porn. That's how porn exists on the internet, and it's not illegal. If he was just paying for sex or a prostitute, that's illegal. Legal indeed. All this is legal. It's legal everywhere in the U.S. Making porn is legal in every state in the U.S. No state has outlawed porn. So yeah, I mean, like, we've been calling him an idiot this whole time, but maybe the reason he's paying for it is because it's not legit. It's not just straight up prostitution, like she just says. Or she wouldn't have, if it was straight up prostitution, she wouldn't. You can do it with photos too. Some porn is photos, some porn is videos. As long as you're taking pictures during it or set your phone up on a tripod, it's legal. So when she says prostitution, if it was generally just prostitution, she wouldn't have these videos or screenshots.
To a foreign-based amateur online.
Yeah, they alleged it, but not a single person has proved it. And actually, some of them have been proven as of age, like the Chinese spy lady. There was another one that was like a Chinese or maybe a Japanese actress.
Incoming Donald clip.
They claimed were Obama's daughters for some reason, but even they're of age. I know people have said they're underage, but somebody has to prove that.
To a foreign-based amateur online pornography platform.
To a foreign-based amateur online pornography platform. That's not prostitution then. That is pornography. And it's legal. Oh.
Wilbur, this is Panther. Adrenochrome makes my little panther move.
Oh no. Where does it move to, Panther? Ooh, that is getting weird now. We've got a new character has entered the Dono clips, Panther. Thank you very much, Panther. I appreciate that. Be careful where it moves to. And if it moves too close to a prostitute, film it and tell her you're making porn.
To a foreign-based amateur online pornography platform. This is evidence.
He was provided. So what I heard, Jay Bird, I don't know if this is true, but what I heard was that Russia wasn't the only place. China did it as well. Hooked him up with that Chinese prostitute that was actually a spy, free of charge or whatever. But that was all foreign stuff. That doesn't even relate to U.S. law.
A foreign-based amateur online pornography platform. This is evidence.
I thought they started screaming at her when it first. Hold on. Don't they start screaming at her and she has to talk over them? Hold on.
A foreign-based amateur online pornography platform. This is evidence of Hunter Biden making sex.
They cut away from it. Oh my! Look at this dude's eyes. Is this guy a minor? Are there any minors here? Is she showing porn to minors? Is anybody's kid here? Look at this guy's eyes right here. I can hide the chat if you guys can see him better that way. Hold on. Look at this guy's eyes. Oh man. That's Discord, voice alerts, phone guest, social media, rotate, Twitch overlay. Where's my chat? It's by. Oh, it has to be behind my camera. I'm an idiot, so it has to be down here. Restream chat. Okay, here we go. Look at this guy's eyes right here.
Of Hunter.
Look at him. He panics.
Excuse me.
Should I be looking? Who's looking? Is anybody looking? Oh God.
Displaying this, Mr. Chairman.
Oh my God.
To a foreign-based amateur online pornography platform. This is evidence.
I like good amateur porn.
Of Hunter Biden making sex. Excuse me, this is my time.
To be fair, I think he was struggling before the death of his brother, but those types of major traumatic life events don't help an addict. But I think he was struggling even before the death of his brother.
Foreign-based
but he didn't help none. His brother died.
Pornography platform.
Yeah, he looks young. Sure, they're 18. There's also a guy that pops out here that's maybe either black or Indian. He looks kind of young too, and so does that girl. But we'll see. Look right here behind his neck. See that guy? He looks pretty young.
Making sex. Excuse me, this is my time. Making pornography.
Yeah, you got to use the word corn in chat.
Mr. Chairman.
To a foreign-based amateur online pornography platform. This is evidence of Hunter Biden making sex. Excuse me, this is my time. Making pornography.
Should we be displaying this, Mr. Chairman?
To a foreign-based amateur online pornography platform. This is evidence of Hunter Biden making sex. Excuse me, this is my time.
Jesus Christ.
Should we be displaying this, Mr. Chairman?
To a foreign.
So since then, she's responded, and she doubles down on what she did. Marjorie Taylor Greene doubles down on showing Hunter Biden nudes to Congress. And it says Republican Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene said she was uncomfortable showing showing sexual graphics, showing graphic, sexually explicit photos of Hunter Biden to Congress, but insisted that the American people deserve to see the photos. I don't know. Has anybody not seen some Hunter Biden photos? Mrs. Greene showed the images during the House Oversight Committee hearing on Wednesday. I think she got a Forgiato blow, and that'll probably be her corn tape. The photos appeared to show the president's son having sex with sex workers. Black boxes were used to cover the genitals and faces of the individuals who aren't Mr. Biden, but his genitals were on full display, but they black boxed the other partners. You haven't even seen it in a meme or nothing. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen it, at least in a meme or on Twitter, or you don't use social media very much. The committee was discussing the claims IRS whistleblowers who said Mr. Biden received preferential treatment during the federal tax investigation when Ms. Greene unveiled her photos. The stunt drew expected criticism from congressional Democrats, many who offered scathing rebukes of the Congresswoman's judgment. Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, AOC, called the display pornographic, said Republicans had reached a new low before taking a barely veiled shot at Congressman Matt Gaetz. If the gentle lady from Georgia wanted to follow evidence, we should also take a look at, hypothetically, a case where sex trafficking charges against a 17-year-old girl potentially, she said, referencing the fact that Mr. Gaetz was under investigation by the DOJ in connection with a child sex trafficking case. I don't know if you guys heard that, but Matt Gaetz, one of his good friends, and he were named by a 17-year-old in a sex trafficking charge. And he was cleared of all wrongdoing pretty recently, but he was under investigation. Mr. Gaetz has denied the allegations. His attorney said in February that the DOJ dropped the investigation without issuing charges. Aaron Fritzner, the deputy chief of staff and comms director for the Democratic Congressman Don Bayer, noted that Ms. Green included the explicit photos in her email newsletter and questioned whether or not children were sent those images. Marjorie Taylor Greene just sent this email to her constituents. Yes, this using official taxpayer-funded resources. I clicked the link so you don't have to. It is exactly what you think, he wrote in a tweet, showing, let's see, open that in a new tab, showing a screenshot of Miss Green's newsletter. I double-checked, and there isn't an age screen on her e-newsletter subscription page, so a distinct possibility that Marjorie Taylor Greene just emailed links to video containing nude images of Hunter Biden to minors using taxpayer-funded resources. Congressman Jamie Raskin told the Washington Post that more than anything, Ms. Green's stunt was completely irrelevant to the day's discussion. He said that it did not advance in any way the objective of the hearing and described the incident as an assault to the dignity of the committee. So I heard, you know, that guy, what's the congressperson
Incoming
that's on
Donald
TikTok
clip
that I really like, that speaks like down to earth. I think he's a Democrat from like South Carolina or some shit, but he's really down to earth when he speaks. He said something the other day that made me think of Marjorie Taylor Greene and other people like her. That
Wilbur, this is Ramesh. Who's taking this little troll seriously? Who wants to look at pornographs? Boring.
That's right. Who wants to look at it? It is pretty boring. You're right. Who wants to look at it? That's Ramesh with us. Oh, I accidentally clicked it again. Sorry.
Wilbur, this is Ramesh. Who's taking this little troll seriously? Who wants to look at pornographs? Boring.
I'll look at them. I'll look at them privately in my own private hours, I guess, instead of publicly in committee. So it is the congressperson I'm talking about. I can't remember his name. He's on TikTok and he's super, super, super down to earth. He like explains stuff really well. I feel like he doesn't put his spin on it. He just like tells you what's going on. Okay. He says that the people that are in these open forum committees like this, that are the loudest, that do these stunts, that do these attention grabbing things, are completely different behind closed doors when the media is not there. Yeah, Jeff Jackson, you're right. They are completely different when the media is not there. And he also said on a different video that the people that want to shake and rattle and stir up and be featured are literally only there because they want their name. And then like this, she knows this isn't going to move anything forward. She knows this isn't going to change anything. She knows that this has nothing to do with fucking with his shit with the IRS plea deal. She just wants her name in the press, and this is a stunt. And I feel like on both sides, the left and the right, we have Congress people who just need to all they want to do is keep making stunts so they got name recognition and they can get reelected or they can get donors. They're just doing fucking stunts just to be featured, just to be showed, because that's where their donor money comes from. That's where their reelection votes come from. That's where everything comes from. And I feel like there's a lot of those people. But he said it in 2 different videos and it kind of stuck with me because I can name people that are just doing this to make a splash, right? That's the only reason they're doing it. Hold on just a second. I'll see if I can find it. The video he did. Somebody said Jeff Jackson. I think that's right.
Ukraine has taped.
Shut up. Jesse Waters. He's North Carolina, not South Carolina. He's North Carolina.
There's a senator from Alabama who disagrees with the military policy on abortion.
So there's one senator from Alabama who disagrees that the military put in a stipend when the abortion thing went through, right? Roe v. Wade was dropped. The military decided to change their health regulations, that if a member of the military needed to travel to get an abortion, that they could, and they could be reimbursed from that. So if you're stationed in a state where abortion is now illegal, you can travel to get an abortion. And the military will pay for that health care. Now, the reason the military claims they did it is not for a political reason, but that's going to drastically reduce, they feel like it'll drastically reduce their recruitment of women, right? They'll have a lot of women saying, well, what if I get in this state, then I get pregnant, then it's illegal for me to blah, blah, blah. So that's what they claim. But listen to this one senator, what he's doing.
There's a senator from Alabama who disagrees with the military's policy on abortion, and the way he's chosen to react to that is something you should know. He has blocked the nomination of every single general and admiral in the military. That means
he has blocked the every general and every admiral in the military. It only takes one person, and he's doing it.
An admiral in the military.
And there's like a ton of empty spots right now because this guy's blocked everyone since Roe v. Wade happened, basically.
That means the entire top leadership for our military is frozen. If there's a vacancy, it stays vacant. We're at 250 nominations blocked this year, and if he keeps it up, by the end of this year, we'll be at 650. The way this works is the Senate gets to confirm any new general or admiral that's moving up into a new position. But if one senator objects, that process grinds to a halt, and it's really hard to work around it. He sees that as leverage, and he's using it. Last week, it became more serious.
Yeah, he worked in he did work in the tax office, and he was first busted. He first busted for like skimming off the top, like he was funding himself from the tax office, basically. And then it came up that he was trafficking a 17-year-old girl, and he's real good friends with Matt Gaetz, and she named Matt Gaetz as well.
The head of the Marines retired, and the person who was supposed to replace him was blocked by the senator. So now the Marines don't have a confirmed leader for the first time in 100 years.
In 100 years. So for the first time in 100 years, a commandant of the Marines is not listed. Why? Because one person is blocking it.
He's doing this because after Roe was overturned, the military was worried it was going to affect the recruitment of women who could be stationed in states that don't allow abortion. So they put in place a travel policy to accommodate service members if they needed to travel to get an abortion or in vitro or some other type of pregnancy care that the military doesn't offer. The military wasn't trying to be pro-abortion. It was trying to be pro-recruitment. I've spoken to several members of Congress who strongly oppose abortion and oppose holding up these nominations in protest. I don't want you to think it's one whole
Tommy Tuberville, whatever
party doing this. It's just one whole person. The thing is, being in Congress is a whole lot, and not being able to get
literally, he's holding up hundreds of nominations, appointments, and even promotions. People that have earned it. They're not just being appointed they've earned this promotion to be a brigadier general or whatever. He's blocking those, every one of those, since Roe v. Wade.
What you want, even when you feel really strongly about it. Something you learn is that how you conduct yourself in that moment matters.
That should always be the goal, or that should always be in the back of your head. You're not always going to get everything you want. When it seems like we get a slight majority this way or a slight majority that way or whatever, we want to enter deadlock, just like over the national debt. Over the budget every year, we want to enter deadlock. When instead, these people should be a lot younger, first of all. There's 10 of them over the age of 83. You know, Nancy Pelosi was born in like 1940 or some shit, right? She was born before the U.S. entered World War II. They probably sat and reminisce about how life was before TV was invented. But anyways, they should always enter these negotiations saying we're not going to get everything we want. You can't just go pout in your corner and block fucking every military nomination because you didn't get something you wanted. The fuck?
Because everyone in Congress has been there, and they're all watching. Do you go out and try to build more support for your position, or do you pitch a huge fit that does a bunch of collateral damage and just pushes people away? I've also been in the military for a long time, and something I've seen more than once is that hopeless strategies produce disastrous results. The chairman of the Joint Chiefs...
The military's in a hard part right there. Let's say that we have someone who is okay with abortion. It doesn't matter what their stance is, if it's like, you know, first trimester or whatever. And they're in a state where if something happened, even if they use protection, there's always a chance, blah, 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 or you got grape or incest or whatever. Or let's say that they're going to be stationed somewhere where they don't. Like, they're going to expect that they can still have that as their disposable, right? They can use the abortion even if they join the military.
Chiefs is retiring soon. After that is the head of the Army. Half of our Joint Chiefs will be vacant within the next few months. Add to that several hundred other senior leaders who aren't in place, and there really could be a disaster. We have leaders for a reason. That's the latest. I'll keep you posted. There's a senator from out.
But I do want to share his other video. What was it on? It wasn't on AI. It wasn't on defense bill. Congressman, no, but I think this might be it.
I got something great to show you. Watch this.
Let's take a look at Congressman Jeff Jackson. I don't like this guy. I don't like his approach at all. I'm actually going to call him Congressman Nobody. He really wants to be somebody, but I think he's a nobody.
All right, so last week, I told you that what I've seen as a new member of Congress is that the super angry voices in Congress are mostly faking it. That what they're really doing is acting angry as a way to audition to get onto certain news shows, and that those shows are in the business of selling outrage to their audience. Didn't mention a name, didn't mention a party. Well, one of those shows decided to respond to my observation directly, and in the process became a perfect example. Watch. The same people who act like maniacs during the open meetings are suddenly calm and rational during the closed ones.
I don't think Matt Gaetz acts like a maniac in those committee hearings. The same goes for Marjorie Taylor Greene. These
I think a lot of them do. They have this outrage when they think it's going to be a clip and the media's there, but when it's in private, they act like rational fucking people.
If you actually listen to them, are not maniacs. They're very, very smart, and they're committed, and there's a lot to be.
And he didn't say any names, but this newscaster immediately brought up Matt Gaetz and MTG.
About, oh, by the way,
could you guys tell how mad Bull was getting the other day when I'm like, we see what this song is? MTG, that's her initials. And MAGA stands for... And MVP, could you guys tell how aggravated he was getting when I wouldn't let him talk? It was funny. It got me tickled.
And here's Lauren Boebert. Is this a maniac?
Okay, so look.
Yes. More than Matt Gaetz, MTG, and Lauren Boebert are definitely maniacs. Matt Gaetz gets there sometimes. MTG and Lauren Boebert are always fucking crazy fucking maniacs.
Look, here's what's happening. Now they're going into overdrive to defend themselves, but also to defend the particular politicians that this show relies on to sell you outrage. Like this.
He's a mind reader, huh? He sees into the soul of everybody. Well, I've been around some of these members of Congress. The ones he's talking about, the ones who...
Yeah, we're not talking about like just walking around without me. We're talking about like there's sessions that are open to the media and there's sessions that are closed to the media. That's what we're talking about.
Make a big splash.
She walks around recording herself all the time. She basically records herself 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and when she thinks she's got an outrage clip, she posts it.
Social media, and they're also in committee, and they're great people. And oh, by the way, very reasonable. You can actually do business with them, and they're not saying crazy things in these hearings. All right, last word from Congressman Nobody.
What I love about this, about communicating with you directly, is that the incentives are different. They can be positive. They can be about speaking to you with respect and real information and in a normal tone of voice.
Okay, I'll say this respectfully. You're Congressman Nobody. You just said those people don't believe in what they're saying. That's offensive to them and actually to me. These issues are real, and you're the good guy, right? Because because you're boring on social media. All right, congratulations. You made a splash today. Go back to obscurity, and who knows, maybe he's president of the United States someday. Am I going to have to eat these words? I don't think so. I'll be right back.
I rest my case. I got something great to show.
Let's say the one.
I'm still brand new to Congress. I've only been there 100 days.
And it's really stuck with me, this right here.
I don't know if I'm not supposed to say this out loud, but It's true and important, and if you don't know this, you need to. It's really clear from working
Tuberville replaced Doug Jones, I think, right?
There for just a few months that most of the really angry voices in Congress are totally faking it. These people who have built their brands around being perpetually outraged, it's an act. I've seen a bunch of examples. Here's one. I've been in committee meetings that are open to the press and committee meetings that are closed. The same people who act like maniacs during the open meetings are suddenly calm and rational during the closed ones. Why? Because there aren't any...
I personally think this is true. Because there's just... Think about it. Name a congressperson that you see in social media that's like a household name, that's on the news, that's recognizable, that doesn't like freak out sometime on the right or the left, that doesn't like freak out or do something crazy. It's the same reason they always go to AOC, right? She's got crazy plans that people call out and cow farts and all that shit. It's the same reason they go to MTG and Lauren Boebert and those people on the other side. It's because they freak out. And he says it's like they're auditioning for these outrage news broadcasts. And it basically is, not to mention the social media clips they get for it. They freak out. They do something crazy. They show Hunter Biden's dick to a bunch of people in Congress, and suddenly they're all anybody's talking about on social media. And they get invited to Fox and Friends and to One American News Network, all that shit, right? And they get interviewed over it. And the people that they potentially could be running against, or the people who don't make these giant scenes, they're not on the news. They're not talking. This guy's never talked about. He doesn't do news interviews hardly ever. But he's rational and calm-headed.
Cameras in the closed meetings, so their incentives are different. What I've seen is that members of Congress are surrounded by negative incentives. There are rewards for bad behavior. You know what the big one is? Being able to reach you. The big thing that modern media and modern politicians have learned is that if they can keep you angry, they'll hold your attention. And they both want your attention. So if you're a politician and you show certain media outlets that you can help them keep their audience angry, they'll give you their audience. And because so many politicians are willing to play that game, now they're in competition with each other to see how fake angry they can be. So that's real bad.
That's where I think like the her showing up with the pictures came from. I think it's maybe a friendly competition if they're on the same side, but it's still a competition. Who can do a more insane thing? Who can make the craziest statement next? Who can make the next famous Twitter clip? Because they got to have name recognition to win elections. They've got to have their constituents feel like they did something, even if they didn't do anything. Even if they didn't do anything they promised, if they're featured in the news calling out this person or showing dick pics of this person or yelling at that person, that's the name recognition they need, and they need funding to run their campaigns.
But here's something good. What I love about this, about communicating with you directly, is that the incentives are different. They can be positive. They can be about speaking to you with respect and
Jim.
real information and in a normal tone of voice. Because if I can talk to you directly, I don't have to yell. And if you don't have to yell to be heard, the whole conversation changes. So going forward, when you hear some enraged member of Congress say something absurd, your first question shouldn't be, how can they possibly believe that? It should be, do we think they actually do? Because they probably don't. And for those who want to see politics look less like WWE, I will keep you posted.
So I honestly think he did a good job of like covering that. I do think it's wild that she showed up with dick pics when they were talking about a tax investigation and a plea deal. I don't know. Phil's OBS is down and somebody's gonna have to replace it. Let's do this. Let me open up YouTube over here. No, let's do this. Who would have guessed? Who in the world would have guessed that Kevin Hart would predict the Carly Russell case? The Carly Russell missing person case. Kevin Hart predicted it in 2016. Here you go.
Sorry I'm late. I was on the highway and the fucking baby was running on the highway. Yeah, I know, right? Shit's crazy. So I get out the car, I start chasing the baby. In my mind, I'm like, why you running, baby? That's what I'm thinking, right? But I'm like, what do you do? Because I can't just grab the baby.
This is literally like one of his first big specials from 2016, 7 years ago.
Baby in the car, that's kidnapping. I fuck around, go to jail. I got a little butt, I'll get raped. I know they'll fucking rape me in jail. I ain't trying to get raped. So I had to make a decision. I was like, shit, what do I do? So I decided to adopt the baby. What I did was, I downloaded this app on my iPhone, this Adopt the Baby app, right?
I think this is like he's doing a skit about, I'm not positive, I think he's doing a skit about making up stories when he was like late for work, or maybe like when his girlfriend's like, where you been? Because he was out doing something he shouldn't have been doing, something like that. I can't remember.
I put the barcode on the baby head. Boop. That way the baby knew he was my baby. I put the baby in the car. I go to pull off. I turn around. A deer was running towards the car. So I'm like, oh shit, this deer is about to eat the baby. That's what I'm thinking, right? But then I look closer. I noticed the front part of the deer was a deer. The back half was a zebra. It was half deer, half zebra. So I'm like, oh shit. It's a deer.
This is like, just as believable as her story and the Cheez-Its and painting her nails and combing her hair and shit.
It's a fucking deer, bro. So I called
deer, bro.
I'm like, yo, it's a fucking deer, bro, out here on the highway. He was like, what's that? I was like, half deer, half zebra. He was like, did you just make that up? I was like, I think so. He said, well, bring it down. So I get down there. He sees it. He's like, oh, shit. It's half deer, half zebra. I said, that's what I was trying to tell you on the phone. It's a deer, bro. He was like, okay, what do you want? Do you want money for it? I said, no. I don't have that type of time. I got to get back to the car because my new son is in the car by himself. So I get back to the car. Turns out the baby that I thought was a baby wasn't a baby. It was a grown-ass man with Benjamin Button disease. Let me tell you how I figured this out. I figured this out when I got to the car, the baby woke up. I was like, hey, I'm your new dad. I just adopted you. He was like, you ain't my dad, bitch. I'm 65. I said, God damn. He said, I got a disease. I was like, you got that Benjamin.
You got that Benjamin Button disease. Look out. So Kevin Hart predicted the Carly Russell story, of course. There are tons of people putting clips on. Actually, my sister sent me, I think it was this one. Let me see. My sister sent me this one. It's got, she sent it to me on TikTok, and that's how I was able to find the audio from it. People are clipping it and using it.
Sorry, I'm late. I was on the highway, and the fucking baby was running on the highway. Yeah, I know, right? Shit's crazy. So I get out the car, I start chasing the baby. In my mind, I'm like, why you running, baby? That's what I'm thinking, right? But I'm like, what do you do? Because I can't just grab the baby and throw the baby in the car. That's kidnapping. I fuck around, go to jail.
By the way, this says when Carly Russell returns to work, she has been fired. It has been announced that she's been fired. Yeah, there's a thank you for dropping the coffee link. So contribute to the show if you want to. Use coffee or ! Dono clip, and it'll give you the link. There was a she's been fired currently. So she got fired from her job. You know what I think is probably the most embarrassing part of this? I'm sure there's a lot of embarrassing, but you remember when she cussed out the stripper that was fucking her boyfriend, her man or whatever? He's deleted all his posts that involve her whatsoever. The asking for help, the thank God she's home. The boyfriend's deleted everything now. But now the stripper knows that she was full of shit when she's like, you're poor, I'm rich, you're a stripper, I'm a nurse. She worked at a massage place and she was stealing from there. By the way, she's claiming that $107 she had in her sock was given to her by her captors. The people who kidnapped her gave her a parting gift of $107 so she wouldn't tell on them. The orange-haired man with the bald spot down the middle and his wife who likes to paint her nails. And so she has been fired. Yeah, she was caught on camera stealing. The owner of the shop says that we can read the news story. Actually, it's in Discord right now. Hold on, let me grab it. Somebody said the story keeps getting deeper or something like that. Said that not only were her coworkers extremely upset, obviously he is. It says Carly Russell fired from spa job. Coworkers pissed about increasingly suspicious kidnapping story. Now this is from July 21st, today. And it says Carly Russell has officially disappeared from the payroll of her Alabama job. Ooh, with the puns already starting out. Boom. The owner of the Woodhouse Spa in Birmingham told the Post that she's been canned and that her steaming co-workers are pissed about their former colleagues' increasingly suspect kidnapping account. Is that what this is talking about? No, it's something else, isn't it?
Burn his garbage and...
Yeah, okay. That's about that serial killer, I think. The serial killer they just busted like up in New Jersey or New York or whatever. It says owner Stuart Rome said his staffers were stunned after hearing of Russell's purported disappearance and did everything in their power to help bring her home. It was really devastating to them thinking a coworker was abducted, he said. The following day, Saturday, it was the busiest day of the week, and they had to plug along work and in the off times pass out flyers and other things. So they were passing out flyers and helping and doing everything they could. And it says, but since Russell abruptly resurfaced, the police have revealed that she had searched for bus ticket prices and movies about kidnapping on the day she disappeared, drawing mounting skepticism over her account. Her coworkers' concern also started to turn to anger. As the information came out that there was some questionable things, we've been a little pissed off, mainly because so many people took so much time out to search, Rome said. In addition, the spa has been getting slammed with nasty social media messages and damaging one-star reviews because of the affiliation with Russell. I don't think that they should be getting one-star reviews, but I do think some reviews are probably pretty funny. Like, went there, my toddler disappeared with one of the masseuse people. What's it called? Wood Spa, the Wood Spa in Birmingham. Woodhouse Spa. We're going to search that and we'll come back. I want to read the reviews. Reviews because of its affiliation with Russell. Basically, we spent the last day battling to get things deleted, he said. Comments. I've had to shut down my comment section on Instagram and Facebook page, which hurts us because we do a lot of marketing there. We're just trying to keep the doors open. Russell, 25, called 911, 934. We know the story. She found a midget on the highway. Russell pledged to stay at the scene until help arrived. Blah, blah, blah. Her mother, they found her Benz, her Mercedes-Benz, cell phone and wig at the scene. Her mother, Talitha Russell, told NBC's Today Show Tuesday that her brave daughter had fought for her life to escape her captivity, but police chief Nick Durzis said the investigators have been unable to verify most of Carly's initial statement. She claims she was abducted by a man who forced her into a car in an 18-wheeler truck while she was blindfolded. Russell said that then they held her at home. Female captor gave her cheese crackers, according to Durvis. Russell told detectives she eventually managed to escape, run through the woods back to her neighborhood. Before she vanished, Russell searched for information about Amber Alerts, the Liam Neeson movie Taken, and bus tickets to Nashville, leaving the day she disappeared, officials said. She's also fired off a series of unusual tweets before dialing 911. Yeah, I want a family now, she posted about 15 minutes before contacting police. Yeah, I want a family now. That's what she put on her Twitter account. A few minutes earlier, she wrote, Today was a great day. God be looking out, I'm telling you, and someone to tell you I love you and don't got a reason. Her former employer fumed that if her story is confirmed a hoax, locals won't be as quick to unite the next time a similar scenario emerges. It's like the boy who cried wolf scenario. But it applies to not just the boy, it applies to everybody in your demographic. I think it erodes faith. So it can apply to the black community, the female community, the black female community. It can apply to a lot of people. People just on the interstate disappearing. I think it erodes faith for the next time. It erodes faith when people see somebody who's been abducted and they've been put through this. He said they're just not going to respond like they did, which is the worst part. All right, let's see if we can find any reviews here. They probably got them all deleted already, you think? Can I get all reviews? How do I do that? View all Google reviews, and then I want the newest ones. My favorite spa in Birmingham, the body detox, Vichy shower. I'm so sorry you guys have to face all the situation we're involved in. Much love to your business. Sending love from Arizona. Hang in there. Sending love and positive vibes. A beautiful place. This spa is an amazing spa. Some people they're just flooding it with good shit now, I think. They probably got a bunch of the negative ones. I bet you there was some funny ones. Sending my prayers. Sending my prayers and support from Toronto. I've never been to this place, but I know a few people who have, and they said they've received nothing except royalty treatment. I'll definitely be coming next month. Yeah, they must have read the newspaper article and then flooded it with good reviews, which isn't bad, I guess. I just wanted some funny reviews, if they had any. They must have got the negative reviews removed. I understand how the negative reviews could have affected him. They're not good. People probably shouldn't do it, but man, I bet you there was some funny ones. I bet you there's some funny ones. I bet you that she never thought about ruining this fucking business when she disappeared after leaving there. It's all about her, you know what I mean? Like, she didn't think about anybody at any point in time. You can identify as Hunter Biden, I guess, but he got investigated, forced to pay back the taxes, and he's probably going to get sentenced somehow. Like, you can't, I mean, you can identify as whoever you want to and not pay taxes, but eventually it catches up with most people. That's a 1 star. A 1 star just says trash. Maybe I should just search 1 star reviews. Hold on, let me go back up. Lowest rated. Oh, these are old though. A year ago, 3 days ago, trash. 2 days ago, nothing. Never been to our spa. Why don't any of the spas here have hot tubs? That was from 2 years ago, 9 months ago, 2 years ago, 8 months. Yeah, I think they've gotten a lot of them removed. A week ago, great experience. So they've only got 1 stars and 4 stars, it looks like. Here's a picture. Hold on. I wonder if they did her toenails because they knew she worked at a spa, you think? Makes sense, though. Honestly. Does it start at the bottom and go up? Or it starts in the middle? I don't know how this works. I wonder if Carly Russell's in any of these. That's not her. It looks like a cool place. I told Mariah that her mom was going to get her a pedicure, or I'm sorry, let her go back and get a massage for her birthday. But she told her mom she wanted to get a pedicure. I said we should get a pedicure together and stream it. I've never had a pedicure. I don't know what it does, but it seems like a thing that does stuff, right? Like, we should get it together and just go stream it. Mommy to be spa day. When Mariah was pregnant, I got her like this mommy to be package, I guess, where they gave her a glass of champagne and did like a massage and stuff. She said she really enjoyed it. But I think last year her mom got her a spa day for her birthday, and she's going to do it again this year, but says she's going to get a pedicure. I've never had a manicure or a pedicure. Actually, Mariah entered me in a Father's Day contest last year to win a massage. It was like, enter your favorite father, blah blah blah, and it's a random drawing, and I won it. And I didn't feel like I could go to it. Like, just to lay down and relax. Like, I'm so fucking high strung and crazy. To lay down and relax without a firearm and let somebody, like, I don't know. I don't think I could put my head in the hole and not look around all the time. I don't think I could do it. So I ended up backing out, even though I won it. I told him to give it to somebody else. But I appreciated her entering it. Damn. Y'all think she Googled Kevin Hart too? That's what this Secret Service needs to be doing. Looking into if she Googled Kevin Hart or not. That's what they need to figure out. The world wants to know. It said they didn't release all of her search history, so what we got. This story right here is wild. Let me go back and see if I can find the first one. Hold on. Before we get the update. This story right here is wild. It involves a guy in the military. Like, it is crazy. I forget what the name of it is. Then what? That's not it. No, sauce. Is it that one? Developing story. Okay, yeah.
Christina Wong made this post in the Are We Dating the Same Guy Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Newport News group. It was a picture.
On the 15th, she's got a Bumble account, and Christina Wong makes a post with red flags in the Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Newport News. I try to combine them. Area. Are we dating the same guy? She says, this is my husband. He's married. On the 15th, she makes this post, and it's a Bumble account, so clearly he has a dating account, and that's what the screenshot's from, okay?
Of Calvin Wong with red flags on it. And in the comment section, she wrote, this is...
No, I could do like a pedicure. I just couldn't do a massage. Yeah, I know. Especially like looking down through a hole and like not being able to see my surroundings, I think I would freak out. But if somebody just wants to rub my feet and I can see around, I can do that for sure.
This is my husband, Calvin. If you see him on this app or any...
I give Mariah a facial at least once a week, and she's never had healthier skin.
Guy Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Newport News group. It was a picture of Calvin Wong with red flags on it. And in the comment section, she wrote, this is my husband, Calvin. If you see him on this app or any of the others, please know that he is married. And please let me know if he matches or chats with you. And
now remember, I know I've said this 3 times, but I've been, I cut out and talk about whatever pops up in chat. This was posted on the 15th. Okay? The 15th is when this was posted. That's when she made this post.
And as you can see from the picture that she posted, this screenshot of her husband is from Bumble. It does appear that he's in the military, and because it's Virginia Beach, Norfolk, and Newport News, he may be in the Navy. I don't know. That's speculation on my part. But remember this name, Christina Wong. Some people might pronounce it Wang.
Christina Wang.
Watch this video.
Began at 11 with a homicide investigation in Virginia Beach. Tonight, people who live at Lake Smith condominiums tell us they're shocked and saddened after police charged a woman with killing her husband.
Investigators say they found the man shot to death in one of the units yesterday afternoon. Police officers arrested.
Yeah, after I either give Mariah a facial or like a throat lozenge, then she wants to try to kiss me, and I'm like, nope, not till you do your pill or brush your teeth. Can't do it. So a murder investigation now, and police suspect the wife, Christina Wang.
Say they found the man shot to death in one of the units yesterday afternoon.
Police officers arrested 30-year-old Christina Wang on a murder and firearm charge. Yes.
Yep. Now, let's say a few things here. First of all, we do not know that the homicide has anything to do with this. But here's what we do know. She was arrested on Monday, July 17th, but this post on Facebook was from Saturday, July 15th. Watch this.
The post is from the 15th.
According to online court records, the offense date is marked as Saturday, 2 days before Mrs.
On the 15th is when she murdered him. That's the offense date. Arrest date was the 17th, 2 days later. The offense date is the 15th. Is the 5th doing homework while ADHD. Oh, back to the good old days. Try to concentrate, okay? I'll be your distraction. No, I'm good. I'll do whatever the fuck I want doing homework while ADHD. Why don't you do your fucking homework? Anyways, on the 15th, she killed him on the 15th. They arrested her 2 days later. So the same day she made the post, she also killed him.
Date is marked as Saturday, 2 days before Mrs. Wang's arrest.
The offense date is July 15th. The arrest date's cut off here. The arrest date is July 17th. This post in this group was on July 15th. This is crazy. It's an absolute...
I wonder what their fight was about.
Tragedy. My condolences go out to this man's family. Now, keep in mind, we don't have any details. They haven't released any details. We don't know if, this was her being angry at him cheating. We don't know if it was self-defense. We don't know if it's completely unrelated to any of this.
Self-defense. So she posts his Bumble screenshot that she clearly just found. And it could be self-defense, guys.
Don't know anything, but what I do know is I will be following this story. This is absolutely nuts. I want to shout out to Allie B. Luck on TikTok, who I will tag in the caption. That's where I found this story. Like, it's happening right now, so I plan on following it. This is absolutely crazy. Christina Wong.
Oh no, there's been an update. Here we go.
Hey, we just got a big update in the case of a woman accused of killing her Navy chief.
By the way, they're doing this behind the scenes. Even the news now is on TikTok doing behind the scenes clips.
Husband inside their own.
This is an update to that story. So if you haven't seen that story, you might want to go watch it first. But to give you a super brief recap, Christina Wong made this post right here in the Are We Dating the Same Guy group from Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Newport News.
If you ask me to stop pausing it during shorts, I'll just pause it more. I don't give a fuck. Dip, I don't care.
That's her husband, Calvin Wong. And she said in the post, "This is my husband, Calvin. If you see him on this app or any of the others, please know that he's married." She made this post on July 15th. And on July 17th, she was arrested because they found Calvin Wong unalived in their home. And they...
Uh-oh. I don't think it was self-defense. It is really sad that they have a kid, though. I mean, like, the story's kind of funny, and she posted it, blah, blah, blah. That's the same way Phil got busted. And I think that's when they had the idea to start talking to him, and he started sending nudes. But he was busted in a local Pennsylvania Are We Dating the Same Guy. It was like the 570-507 or something like that.
They marked the offense date on the arrest record as July 15th, meaning he was unalived the same day that post was made. Well, since then, we've learned more information. We got some updates.
Calvin Wang's wife, Christina Wang, is now behind bars facing charges for his death. And now court documents shed light on their marriage. Angelique Arentalk joins us in the studio. Angelique, what did you...
So, all right, try to guess what the craziest part of this story is. It hasn't popped up yet. It's fixing to happen. The new update. Try to guess what the craziest part of this story is. This woman is fucking psycho. No wonder she fucking killed him. I'll give you a couple minutes. I know you're delayed. The craziest part of this story hasn't even been said yet. But it wasn't even him cheating. She was cheating. And they were separated, waiting for their 1 year. In Virginia, you have to do 1 year separation. You have to do a 1 year separation before you can divorce. She was cheating on him, and they were separated, waiting for their 1 year to go up so he could get a divorce. That's the craziest part of the whole story. Check this out.
What did you uncover here?
These documents from Virginia Beach Circuit Court outline some past troubles in the relationship between Calvin and Christina Wang.
Now, when I first posted this story, a lot of people assumed that she may have unalived him because she caught him cheating. And I pointed out that we don't know if that's true. And we still...
Yeah, the saddest part, obviously, guy lost his life, but, I mean, the kid lost both his parents. One in jail and one dead.
Do not. It very much could have been self-defense. Well, now we have more information to help us understand what may have transpired.
Married since 2016, Calvin filed for divorce in July 2022 on grounds of adultery.
He filed in July 2022 on grounds of her committing adultery, but had to wait the full year. So that just ran up. The full year was just up this month.
Did you hear what I heard? Calvin filed for divorce on the grounds of adultery last year.
According to court documents obtained by 13 News Now, Calvin Wang wanted a divorce in July of last year. He cited his wife Christina's affair with another man. Paperwork outlines conflicting accounts between attorneys. Christina's lawyer says Calvin, quote, condoned the adulterous acts. It's a claim Calvin's lawyer denies.
So they're saying that he was like, maybe they're swingers or something, but she's trying to say, oh, he condoned it. He knew that I was sleeping with this man, or he watched, or something. I don't know. Condoned him. I don't know. Maybe they had some type of arrangement.
Yep. So he
I couldn't see their loofahs.
Filed for divorce as the plaintiff last year, July.
By the way, whoever the loofah expert is in chat, what do black loofahs mean? Because Bull Schiffer's whole family showed up with brand new black loofahs. His whole family. So what is black?
Literally 1 year ago. And he claimed that she had an affair. She did not deny that, but rather said he condoned the affair. Plaintiff has condoned defendant's adulterous acts, and thus plaintiff cannot use adultery as a ground for divorce. That was from her.
Never. I'll pause it just to unpause it and pause it again just to finish my sentence. Because I think
but his lawyer,
I run this show.
Lawyer said bullshit. And why does it matter that this was 1 year ago? Because in the state of Virginia where they both live, If there are children involved, you have to wait for a year before you can file for divorce. So him filing last year would mean that now it's been a year and they can move forward with the divorce. And oh, by the way, the police said they have the entire incident that happened inside the house on video. They didn't clarify how they got that video. I'm assuming some type of camera inside the house, but they have it on video.
Wait a second. Hold on, what?
Adultery as a ground for divorce. That was from her lawyer. But his lawyer said...
Yeah, Black Loofah's full swap. Those who say, what the hell, let it all go down. Full swap. They're into it.
Bullshit.
I was wondering why they brought me and Mariah Black Loofahs too. I didn't know what the fuck. I didn't know what to do with it. I just left mine outside on the table.
Why does it matter that this was 1 year ago? Because in the state of Virginia where they both live, if there are children involved, you have to wait for a year before you can file for divorce. So him filing last year would mean that now it's been a year and they can move forward with the divorce. And oh, by the way, the police said they have the entire incident that happened inside the house on video. They didn't clarify how they got that video. I'm assuming some type of camera.
Wait, do they have... This is going to sound fucked up. But do they have the unaliving incident or do they have the full cheating incident? Was it he liked to watch? I'm sure it's the murder. Internal security cameras, I'm assuming. They record everything. They have the entire murder on camera. That is, when this goes to court, surely it doesn't go to court, right? She has to just take a plea deal. If it goes to court, that's going to be wild to see.
Incident that happened inside the house on video. They didn't clarify how they got that video. I'm assuming some type of camera inside the house, but they have it on video.
So upside down pineapple is supposed to be the thing, but now it's just moving to all pineapples. I don't know if you've been keeping up with it on TikTok, but pineapples just mean it all now. It doesn't even have to be upside down.
Virginia Beach police now say Christina Wang shot her husband Calvin 2 days before they found the body. Police say there was an argument that led to the shooting. They say Christina slapped Calvin. He told her to leave. She pulled a gun and shot him in the stomach and then in the head. And get this, police...
Holy fuck. There was an argument. She slapped him. He said leave. She pulled a gun, shot him in the gut and then in the head. Jesus Christ. Like, at least if he would have slapped her or something, she'd have had a leg to stand on, but she slapped him and shot him. Two wangs don't make a white. That's right.
There's video of the whole thing.
Well, hold on. I want to see what they just said. I'm sorry. LEO statements, D statements, 7 years. Pulled out a firearm and shot, then head. She admits, and whole includes.
Head, and get this.
Whole incident caught on camera. LEO statements, Delta statement. Are they using Delta for her or triangle? Admits and whole. They got into an argument. Victim told Delta to leave, and Delta pulled a firearm. Shot victim in stomach, I'm assuming. And missed the whole incident. Some college owns home. Damn. So she's admitted to the whole thing. I guess it's not going to trial. Well, I wonder what she did for those 2 days, though, and what tipped him off. I get maybe the military, because he was in the Navy. Maybe him not reporting for duty. I didn't think about that. Well, I wonder what she did for 2 days just sitting there. Huh. Just sitting there for 2 days with a dead body.
Police say there's video of the whole thing from inside their...
Wow. So again, there is video. They don't clarify how they got the video, but that she slapped him, he said leave, and she pulled out a pew-pew and unalived him. Absolutely tragic. Condolences to his family. And again, we're only piecing together context here. We really don't know the full story. And check out these posts from her Facebook.
Well, she didn't do a very good job trying to figure out how to hide it, because she didn't get anything with like tampering with the body or corpse or remains. She didn't do any of that. She didn't delete the fucking video. She wasn't calling into his commander and saying he was sick, or, she didn't do a very good job. Maybe she just sat there and thought about it a lot.
On June 23rd, she posted, I am not Rihanna. I do not love the way you lie. I'm Eminem. I will tie you to the bed and set this house on fire. Lie again. She apparently previously posted this.
Holy shit. I am not Rihanna.
House on fire.
Bitch, I do not love the way you lie. I'm Eminem. I will tie you to the bed and set this house on fire. Lie again. Christina
On
Wang.
June 23rd, she posted, I am not Rihanna. I do not love the way you lie.
Actually, that's posting a memory. So she posted it in 2021, and then she posted it again. So what happens on Facebook, if you guys don't still have Facebook, your old post from like a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever, if you post it on that date, it'll pop up and say, look at this memory. And then you can hit share to share it as a memory. And apparently she did that on June 23rd.
I'm Eminem. I will tie you to the bed and set this house on fire. Lie again. She apparently previously posted this 2 years ago and then reposted it on June 23rd. Also on June 23rd, she posts, once I hear that purge siren, I know exactly who I'm going for.
Those don't, I mean, like, I post shit like that too, but that doesn't mean like I'm plotting Mariah's murder. I am constantly plotting Mariah's murder, but it doesn't mean that I am. It has nothing to do with those.
On July 3rd, she shared this from somebody else that said, open discussion, do you still have the energy to start a new relationship? And she said, absolutely fucking not. According to one of Christina's friends, she did not want the divorce.
Every day I wake up and I hope you're dead.
See, I told you. That's me and Mariah.
Because she did not want to be a single mother. Now, again, that is according to Christina's friend. Christina herself has not made any statements about this yet. The most tragic part of the entire thing is they had a child together. And just like that, that child doesn't have parents. This is an absolute tragedy. My condolences to Calvin's family. My condolences to Calvin's shipmates in the Navy. My condolences, my deepest condolences to this child. And my condolences to Christina's friends and family because they've now lost their loved one as well. She will very likely spend the rest of her life in prison.
He's trying way too hard, I think. Well, sometimes. And then sometimes he's just gone for months. But then when he comes back, he tries way too hard. He took one of my funniest jokes about Mariah. Mariah always wanted to triple unaliving and try to make it out like I was plotting her murder.
Again, we don't know everything. This is just being pieced together through the media and through police reports. But this does shed more light on the situation than what we originally had. I'm going to keep following.
Maybe I should have been clearer and letting people know that this show had included comedy. It's not all true.
The amount of people in the comment section attempting to correct me on the pronunciation of Wang. Now listen, this is no hate to the commenter whatsoever. It's all in good fun. But what I find most fascinating about the internet is how people will get on it and just say things so factually, like they know what they're talking about, while having no idea what they're actually fucking talking about.
Oh yeah.
So no, this is not correct. Wang is Wang. Now how you transliterate that into English can vary, because unless you're using a standardized transliteration system, then everybody might spell it a little different. But in the native script, it's the same spelling. I'm just fascinated that people like literally just say these things as if it's a matter of fact, and it's not even close to true. But no, I actually speak Chinese and Korean. Now, Wang is also used in other languages as well, but I speak Chinese and Korean, so I can speak on those two languages very specifically. Now, according to this cat right here, I'm just lying about that. He's been following me for a long time. He's never seen me make a video.
You told her you really speak Chinese and Korean. Well, you post something with you speaking Korean, maybe not.
About me speaking Korean or Chinese. Well, friend, then you haven't followed me very long at all. 왜냐면요, 저는 한국말 하는 비디오는 항상 기록하거든요. 근데 뭐 중국어는요, 사실이. You're right, I don't record that.
Atsuko, was that Asian speak?
That very often, but
translate.
But see, when it comes to Chinese, 我会说中文，可是我说的不好，因为我最近没有联系。
We're saving Yuri to translate when they start speaking from the Urban Dictionary.
But yeah, you're right, friend. I was just making it up. The amount of people in the comment section attempting.
I hired a Chinese guy one time to send a secret message to Phil. I don't even know if you guys even remember that. I forgot about it until he started speaking Chinese. Idiot. What an idiot. Let's go to I got another clip I wanted to show y'all. I can't remember what it is, but here we go. Oh.
Here is college football's all-name team for the...
So these are real names in college football. So they're putting together a full roster of people judging only by their names. So it's the all-name team. These are real names. And you can see the first one right on the screen is General Booty. General Booty.
Here is college football's all-name team for the 2023 season, starting off with quarterback General Booty. At running back, we have Cavassier Smoke. At wide receiver, we have DeColdest Crawford and DeRealist Clark. At full...
DeColdest and DeRealist. DeColdest Crawford from Louisiana Tech and DeReal. What are these names?
At running back, we have Cavassier Smoke. At wide receiver, we have DeColdest Crawford and DeRealist Clark. At fullback, we have Fat Watts. And at tight end, we have Rowdy Fears. Our offensive line features Parker Titsworth, Jaden Muskrat, Peyton Askew, Tiger Shanks, and Dodger Saucer.
Dodger Saucer. Some of my favorite names right here. The Fat Watts. What the fuck are these?
And at tight end, we have Rowdy Fears. Our offensive line features Parker Titsworth, Jaden Muskrat, Peyton Askew, Tiger
That was
Shanks.
not Peyton. That was Panda. Hold on. That was not Peyton. That was Panda. It's Panda Askew. He says Peyton for some reason, but it's Panda. His name is Panda. I got broads in Atlanta.
Askew, Tiger Shanks, and Dodger Saucer. At defensive line, we have Fish McWilliams, Octavius Oxendide, Shida Silla. Our linebackers feature Chief Borders, Memorable Factor, and Pig Cage. The defensive backs feature Mobility, Kool-Aid.
Are you shitting me? His name is Mobility. Mobility. Somebody asked about the guy who defected to North Korea. I don't know why he defected, but he doesn't have shit to... he's a private. He's a fucking private. He doesn't have shit. Yeah, he's probably got a security clearance. He doesn't have shit. I have no idea. But North Korea is going to have to spend all this money and time debriefing him, and he knows nothing. He couldn't tell you shit. He doesn't know about any of our capabilities, nothing special. Plus, providing security and keeping him and holding him. Like, in the long run, it's going to cost them tons of money for a very, 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 very limited intel. This is the dumbest thing I've ever fucking seen. Mobility.
Mobility, Kool-Aid McKinstry, Storm.
Kool-Aid. How did they spell it? Hold on.
Storm.
Kool-Aid McKinstry. Kool-Aid. His first name is Kool-Aid.
McKinstry, Storm Duck, Major Burns, and lastly, Dude Person. And our
Dude Person.
Colton Boomer, and the punter is Max von Marburg.
Max von Marburg. Those are some good names. Mobility was probably the craziest one. Well, there's the coldest and the realist. The realist even has an apostrophe that separates the and realist. The coldest is just one name. But I Googled these names. They are actually real names. If you don't know what we're talking about, the soldier, it says, here's a news story. Hold on. Let's see if we can just listen.
Disturbing news of an American soldier being held in North Korea. CBS News has learned that U.S. Army Private Second Class Travis King willfully crossed over the demilitarized zone between South Korea and the North during a tour. CBS's Margaret Brennan reports this is the first time an American citizen has been detained by North Korea in nearly 5 years.
It was here, along the heavily fortified border, where Travis King, a U.S. Army private second class, dashed across. A witness told CBS that King suddenly yelled out, ran in between two buildings, and then into North Korea. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin.
One of our service members who was on a tour willfully and without authorization crossed the military demarcation line. We believe that he is in DPRK custody.
A week prior, King had been released from a detention facility in South Korea. He was escorted to the airport outside Seoul to fly back to Fort Bliss, Texas. But instead of boarding the plane, he got on a...
Did you hear that? Sounds like he was already in trouble. Let me listen again.
A week prior, King had been released from a detention facility in South Korea.
So he was already, in a week before that, he was in a detention, like released, not like of duty. He was being held in a detention facility. So it sounds like he was already in trouble. The soldier in question, private second class Travis King, who had served time at a military detention facility in South Korea, was released about a week ago to officials at U.S. Army Garrison Humphreys, the hub of U.S. forces in the country. King was escorted to the airport in Incheon near Seoul for a flight back to the U.S. to be separated from the Army. So he was getting kicked out, the U.S. official said. He parted ways with his escort and at customs and then didn't board the plane. After going through the airport security, he somehow returned and managed to join a border tour group before crossing. So he was on a literal tour group. I thought when they said on a tour, I thought they meant like a time in country. He was on a literal tour group. King served about 2 months in South Korean jail on assault charges. A South Korean official told the AFP news agency, according to South Korean media, he was accused of kicking the door of a police patrol car and shouted. So basically, he's a private second class. He got in Korea. He got drunk, got in trouble with the law, ended his military career before it even really started, and ran to Korea rather than coming home and facing dishonorable discharge.
He was escorted to the airport outside Seoul to fly back to Fort Bliss, Texas. But instead of boarding the plane, he got on a tour bus to the DMZ.
The safety and security of any American overseas remains the top priority.
Well, they won't just wash their hands of him, even though he sounds like a real shitbag. They'll do everything within their power to get him back because he's still a U.S. citizen. There's still a chance that he can be used for propaganda or torture or whatever. He doesn't hold any secrets. I guarantee you that.
Securing King's release is complicated. The U.S. does not have diplomatic relations with Pyongyang. The last American civilians to be detained there were freed in 2018. Otto Warmbier, a college student, died shortly after his 2017 release. Since King is a soldier, the Defense Department said it is taking the lead by communicating with military counterparts. But
at least he actually left the country, guys.
Tensions there are high. Today, the first U.S. nuclear-capable submarine in 4 decades arrived in South Korea, part of the Biden administration's push to deter Kim Jong-un's continued nuclear development. And North Korea fired off a suspected ballistic missile just days after testing one that could put the U.S. within striking distance of a nuclear weapon.
Over the past 2 years, the Kim government refused repeated offers by the Biden.
Who is the U.S. soldier? Let's see. Was in the U.S. Army since January 2021 as a cavalry scout with Korean rotational force, which is part of the U.S. security commitment to South Korea. Yeah, changed 19 Delta. But that means that I trained in the Cav school used to be up in Fort Knox, but they moved it to Georgia. He was originally assigned to an element of the U.S. 1st Armored Division and was now administratively attached to a unit in 4th Infantry Division, 4th ID, U.S. Army spokesperson said. His awards include the National Defense Service Medal, the Korean Defense Service Medal, and Overseas Service Ribbon. That's the basic of what he's going to get. Just for the time he joined National Defense, because he went to Korea, he got Korean Defense, and then Overseas, because anything overseas, you get it. 2 U.S. officials who spoke on conditional anonymity said he has been due to face U.S. military disciplinary action without saying what the action was linked to. A South Korean court ruling said King pleaded guilty to assault and destruction of public goods stemming from an incident in October. On February 8th, the Seoul Western District Court fined him 5 million won, which is about $4,000. The ruling said King had punched a man in the face at the club on September 25th, but the case was settled. Then on October 8th, police responded to a report of another altercation involving King and tried to question him, but he continued his aggressive behavior without answering questions. Police placed him in the back seat of the patrol car where he shouted expletives and insults, kicking the vehicle's door and causing about 584,000 won in damages. Jesus. So that's what's this, about $400 worth of damage, $500 worth of damages, the ruling said. The court said the defendant admitted to charges, had no previous criminal record, and paid 1 million won to fix the vehicle. So 1 million won would be about $1,000. No, it'd be about $800 maybe. Because 5 million was 4,000. Citing reasons in favor of him in sentencing. 2 U.S. officials said King had finished serving military detention and had been transported by the U.S. military to the airport to return home to the United States. He would be discharged when he got here. He had passed the loan through security to the gate of the airport and then fled. I guess no one expected that. And technically, he was released from custody now, so all they would do is give him kind of a ticket and send him along his way, and he's supposed to fly back. But they wouldn't have like escorted him to the plane in like handcuffs or nothing. He would have just got orders to report back to Fort Hood, and then he would have been discharged there. But he would have been given a plane ticket and let to go on his own. They give him a ride to the airport. That's about it. That's crazy. King's motivation remains unclear. His mother, Claudine Gates, told ABC News she was shocked at the news that her son had crossed to North Korea. I can't see Travis doing anything like that, she said. Carl Gates, the brother of King's mother, told the Daily Beast his nephew had been breaking down after the tragic death of his 7-year-old cousin earlier this year. Gates said his son died in late February from a rare genetic disorder and had been on life support in his final days. When my son was on life support and when my son passed away, Travis started being reckless and crazy. When he knew my son was about to die, the outlet quoted Gates as saying, I know it was related to what he did. U.S. officials say King is likely to be in North Korean custody. North Korean state media has made no mention of the incident and its mission to the United Nations. New York did not immediately respond. So as soon as he entered, he technically broke the law. You can't enter without papers, obviously. So $1 equals 1.2 million won. 1,286,000. I'm sorry. That's 1,000. No. What is this number? This must be a misprint. So it says $1 US equals, I think it's supposed to say 1,265,850 won, but it actually says 1,265,000. Then it says 8,500. Like they put an extra zero on it, maybe. They double hit it. See right here? That's not a number. Or is that a decimal? Well, then why would they include 2 zeros? Because 4 million or 5 million won was $4,000, right? Where was that in the article? 5 million won. 5 million won equals $4,000. So 1 million won would equal what, like $800, $900, something like that? And this says $1 equals, maybe it is. Maybe it's 1,265. That makes sense with the million thing. Okay. 0.8500. I wonder why they added all those zeros. Why didn't they just put 0.85? Anyways, he doesn't have any intelligence. He doesn't have anything going for him. He's honestly more of a liability than anything to North Korea. Like, I don't know why they even did that, but there you go. That's what's going on. Let's see. I'm sure I was sent some stuff. What were we sent? I haven't watched these yet, but I was sent several parts of a video. Let's see what these are.
I'm not saying you have to pay for anything.
If you fall asleep at the airport and miss your flight, don't do that. Oh, no. Okay, here we go.
I'm not saying you have to pay for anything.
That'd be cool, Kiki.
I want to go home, and she's being a bitch.
On March 2nd, 2021, Broward County sheriffs received a call from Fort Lauderdale International Airport. The caller stated that a disgruntled customer at the Spirit terminal started yelling and spitting at employees after she'd been drinking at the bar and fell asleep. Spirit employees stated to the disgruntled customer that the plane had already taken off 45 minutes before she arrived. That's when the woman became even angrier.
Did they say the bar, she was drunk and passed out, you think?
And attempted to assault Spirit employees.
What's up?
She appears to be intoxicated. I can't hold her in that manner.
Okay. All right. Las Vegas plate?
That's crazy because you can be pretty drunk and they'll put you on an airline, okay?
You're not, listen, you're not being...
Listen, I'm not fucking intoxicated. I can get on the fucking plane. I cannot fucking afford the next fucking ticket. So where the fuck is the manager and who the fuck paid for my next fucking ticket? Because I'm not paying for this shit.
She is the manager.
Okay, then you can pay for the fucking ticket.
I mean, I can understand how this kind of sucks, you know what I mean? But if you fell asleep, like I've been in a spot where, like, if I would have missed my flight, I couldn't have bought another fucking ticket, and I'm stranded in somewhere I don't know. Maybe this is even a connecting flight. That would suck. But if you fell asleep, if you go up there and be nice to them, they might actually try to work with you. If you go up there and just yell this shit, you're kind of fucked. I mean, there's nothing you could do.
Ticket for me to get to California because I'm not paying for this. I'm perfectly fine. I'm not fucking
She's refunded? Yeah.
I'm not refunded.
No, they
pay
already...
for the next pay for it, period.
Come talk to me, please.
I'm talking to you, bro.
Relax.
They should have let me on this plane.
Okay,
She's being a bitch. She fucking it.
Let's start from the...
It sounds like it left before she even come to the desk. I don't even know if they can put her on the plane.
Knows it.
Let's start from the beginning, all right?
You want to start from the top?
All right, yeah. You obviously arrived here, and what happened when you got here?
I don't know. I was literally sleeping.
Listen, I'm standing right here.
I was fucking sleeping, waiting for the plane, bro.
Where, over here?
Literally right there, yes.
Okay, so then what happened?
Yes.
Then what happened? Well, you were sleeping, you woke up.
I woke up to them complaining about me. I don't understand what the problem is.
What were they
I
complaining
just
about?
want to get on the plane. I just want to go home.
All right, I understand. Let me see your ID so I can get some information.
I don't like, so we were told that she missed the flight because she slept and missed the calls to the flight, which those speakers are usually pretty loud. Like I've fell asleep and woke up and they say boarding or whatever. But when the cop woke up, they said that she was too drunk to get on the flight. So did she sleep through it or is she too drunk to get on? I would like to know.
She has my ID.
No, she might have your driver's license or passport. Okay.
Where's her mask?
So let's see.
I had a mask. I had this was fine. I got through TSA perfectly fine. So I'm good. This is the fucking mask.
All right. So
Thank you.
Miss Diaz.
Yes.
Let's go talk up front.
No, I want to talk right here.
You can't.
Because I'm not going. I'm getting on the plane.
See, the door's closed. They can't reopen.
I'm not paying for this.
I'm not talking about.
I'm not paying for it. I'm not doing that.
I'm not saying you have to pay for anything.
Go home. I want to go home.
I mean, I can understand why somebody would be upset, but this right here is definitely not helping.
She's being a
Well, I heard her say to California, so I don't know if she's flying from Oakland to California as well. I don't know. I thought she said to California. Oh, you said from Vegas to Oakland. Maybe I didn't see the from Vegas. I don't know.
If you don't stop now, you're gonna have to come with me and go to the county jail. If that's what you want, that's what we can do. It's up to you right now. Make a decision.
What are you gonna put me in jail for? I haven't done anything illegal.
For being in an airport, you're causing a disturbance. You can be arrested for that. You want to do that? It's up to you.
Especially shoving shit. She's just gonna get treated like shit.
You can walk quietly.
I wanna go home.
Miss Diaz, I
wanna go home. She's being a
Well, let's go. Come on.
No, I wanna go.
It's either you go front with me or you go to jail. It's one or the other. That's the only two choices we have.
Where do you want me to go? What the f*** do you want me to talk about this?
Okay, that's part one. We got multiple parts here.
You can walk quietly.
I want to go home.
Ms. Diaz, you
I want to go home. She's being a
well, let's go. Come on.
No, I want to go home.
It's either you go front with me or you go to jail. It's one or the other. That's the only two choices we have.
Where do you want me to go? What the f*** do you want me to talk about the same thing I just told you? The same thing I just told you.
And you put your hands behind your back.
No, I'm not getting arrested. Chill, I'm getting arrested, bro. No.
Stop resisting.
I don't need to
Stop
get
resisting.
arrested, bro. I'm fine.
You keep saying the things you don't need to do, but your actions are leading you. Like, I don't need to have to pay for another ticket or catch the next flight, but your actions are clearly leading you there. I don't need to get arrested, but you're throwing shit, screaming, and now resisting arrest.
I'm listening to you. We're talking, bro.
You're not listening.
Yes, I am. You don't need to arrest me.
You do.
No, you don't. You don't need to arrest me.
Just pulling away at all, if the cop wants to be a dick, it's resisting, right? Just pulling at all, like moving your hand, or when he goes to grab your hand, just pulling it back. Any of that is resisting.
Okay, the handcuffs are on.
I have to lock it. Relax.
He didn't say good luck. He said relax.
Can you grab her stuff?
Yeah. Are you?
I was watching somehow I got diverted by flat earthers into talking about people that ride landing gear and like escape countries without like a passport or ticket or whatever. And they're like, oh my God, there was successful, blah, 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 this, that, and the other, whatever. And the flat earthers are talking about like the atmosphere and how planes fly or something, and how people are allowed to ride there because there's no pressure. It's not less pressure the higher you go, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, but it got me to the point of wondering why people, or how some people make it and how some people don't, because a lot of people fall out on the landing approach. They fall out of the landing gear and die, or die going in. So apparently there's just like one little place where you can hide in the wheel well of like these planes. And if you're not in the perfect place, you'll get crushed to death. And then most people do pass out. And what's the problem is as the plane's coming in, you'll regain consciousness, but it's usually after the wheel well's already opened and the wheels already have come out is when you regain consciousness. So if you just have to be leaning one way or leaning up against something or whatever, you'll just fall out and you won't regain consciousness until you're already falling through the air. But some people are lucky enough to be leaning the right way or pinned the right way or holding themselves the right way to where they regain consciousness. When they regain consciousness, they're still in the wheel well. That's it. That's so fucking crazy that people would attempt that.
Are you detaining me?
No, you're being arrested.
Are you detaining me?
Oh, yeah, and you're being arrested. For disorderly conduct.
That makes sense, Sean, to be honest with you.
You're going to have to take her 1019 because I'm in a pool car. I don't have a printer or nothing.
I wonder if they picked up all the shit she threw down.
We just talk about it outside.
Can we what?
Can we just talk about whatever it is we talk about outside?
No, he asked you to come out front and talk to him about it. And you're like, no, I'm not going anywhere. I can talk right here. Then you started walking with him as if you were going to talk about it away from those people. And you stopped in the middle of the road and started screaming and said, I'm just going to tell you the same shit over and over. Yeah, fuck you.
I gave you like 4 or 5 opportunities.
Yeah.
Your computer? Because
I have my laptop, yeah.
You could probably print it from mine.
We'll try it. I gave you like 4 or 5 opportunities to walk and talk with me. And then you kept throwing a fit. Then you started to walk. Then you threw your stuff on the ground. Everybody's looking at you. You have to go to jail. We're in an airport. We're not at the friggin' county. We're not at the park.
Oh no, Sean. That's right, not going to work.
I just want to go home. I was just trying to go home.
You're gonna get home. It's just gonna be a little delayed.
I wasn't even doing anything. Please. Please. Ask them. I wasn't doing nothing. Please.
You're going to home. It'll be your home for the next few days until you see a judge.
I wasn't even doing anything in the airport.
Yeah, I can. I kind of forgot about it, but yeah, I can.
I was sleeping. I was sleeping.
To be fair, maybe she just wakes up grouchy.
Bro, I was sleeping and they woke me up with that shit. Please. I cannot.
Damn, there's one more part. Let me close these two. There's one more part to it. So what happens? Part 3. Thanks for sending all the parts.
I was sleeping and they woke me up with that shit.
There you go, Dr. J. Get those e-begging requests in.
I cannot stay the night.
Papa needs to pay the bills, okay?
Jail, please. I don't want anyone here having nothing. I don't have any money. I'm not even going to be able to bail myself out. Please, sir. Please.
I can almost guarantee you that she could share her side of the story on social media and say, I was just mad because this happened and this Karen lady did this, and maybe even throw in it was because I'm a person of color, and she could probably raise tens of thousands of dollars on GoFundMe or something. A lot of people hate the airport and would side with her, I'm sure.
Money, I can't bail myself out. Please.
Let's go dead weight. Fuck it. I did miss my flight. I need money to get on the next one. Please, if you want to contribute to the show, go to coldbeer.fun. Go to buymeacoffee.com/coldbeer. donoclip.com/coldbeerconfessional and get me on the next flight. Okay, I've got to make it back to the camper tonight. I don't even have money to bail myself out. No wheelchair seats. That's right. They only had bipedal seats. You kidding me?
Please, I promise.
You got it for a second?
Yeah, I got it.
Please, I promise.
I said, the pool car, everything's friggin' all over.
That's a woman?
Yeah, if you can pat her down in a second. Let me get this open. So, yeah.
Please.
That motherfucker is not real.
We're going to pat you down here. There's a female behind.
So, I didn't tell you guys this, but Bullshiffer on the way to the office every night, we'd have to stop and buy snacks every night, or Mandy would pack him snacks. He snacks the whole time. I even had to mute him a couple times because I could just hear him chewing on the microphone over there while I was getting ready to start.
She's going to pat you down.
Can you please? Gloves on here or no?
That motherfucker is not real. Is not real.
Please. I don't want to go. Please.
Let me pat her down first for you.
Yeah.
Hold it. You got her?
I got her.
I wasn't doing anything. I was literally sleeping. I don't know why they got so mad. Please.
You have anything on you that's gonna poke me?
No,
or anything?
I just want to go home. Please. Please, let me go to California. Please.
It's too late. Once they got cuffs on you, you're going. They're not going to just listen to you cry and be like, okay, well, I guess you're not going to jail.
I don't know what I'm going to do. Please. Seriously, are you serious? Please let me stay. Please. I don't have anyone to bail me out. I can't afford to bail me out. Please.
You want to?
I'm going back to California, please. I don't have to do with the bag now. I don't know. Let me go back home.
The defendant was arrested and charged with public intoxication, disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest.
So she was drunk. But that first video said that she was informed she missed the flight by 45 minutes. Let's check that again real quick. Just the first part of it. The intro.
I'm not saying you have to pay for anything.
Go home! I want to go home! And she's being a bitch!
On March 2nd, 2021, Broward County sheriffs received a call from Fort Lauderdale International Airport. The caller stated that a disgruntled customer at the Spirit terminal started yelling and spitting at employees after she had been drinking at the bar and fell asleep. Spirit employees stated to the disgruntled customer that the plane had already taken off 45 minutes before she arrived. That's when the woman became even angrier and attempted to assault Spirit employees.
45 minutes. It's already taken off by 45 minutes. Damn. Also, Bullshiffer had a damn, I forgot to tell you this. That first night he was taking all the gummies. Not the second night, he took some, but the first night where he wanted to do like, we should do donations. Then every time there's a donation, $100, like at least $100 worth of it. Not like one person donate $100, but like if it builds up to $100, we both have to take a gummy. Then Mandy suggested we alternate, but then we got here and he just took all the fucking gummies. And no one even donated, but whatever. That night when we went back to his cabin, the first time he went up the stairs, he stumbled back down. He had to get a run and go. And he told me that the higher elevation he had to get oxygen back in his head, in his brain, because the higher elevation took all his oxygen, so let him catch his breath for a minute. And it's just 2 steps. It's like boom, boom. He made it up 1 and started coming back down. I was like, I'm not gonna let you fall. He was funny. Then he's like, you're gonna put this all over the stream, aren't you? And I'm like, well, maybe. A burger and grape snow cone? What? What are you talking about? People message me some wild shit, dude. Some wild shit. What are you talking about? Burger and grape snow cone is a euphemism used to describe oral sex or the 69 position according to the Urban Dictionary. Okay. So what in this scenario, okay, hold on. A burger and a grape snow cone is a euphemism used to describe oral sex or the 69 position according to the Urban Dictionary. In this scenario, the burger represents a vagina. They're going to town on the burger lips. And the grape snow cone represents a penis. The grape flavor was chosen to represent the purple color of the head of the penile instrument. What? This is what the phrase burger and grape snow cone actually means. It was first used by Alan Jackson in his song Way Down Yonder on the Chattahoochee. No. Got her home early, but I didn't go home. Took her home early, but I didn't go home. And a grape snow cone, I don't think he was using that. I think that's been made up since. That's bullshit. Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie. Well, we fogged up the windows in my old Chevy. I was willing, but she wasn't ready. So I settled for a burger and a grape snow cone. I dropped her off early, but I didn't go home. I think they made it up after the fact. That's bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. That has to be after the fact. Because he even says I was willing, but she wasn't ready. I think they went and got something to eat. They had to. They had to have made that up after. Urban Dictionary wasn't even around back then. They had to have. You're crazy. You're crazy. Here's a little ditty I was gonna leave you guys with.
To the window, to the wall, till the sweat drops
Incoming
down
Dono clip.
Till all you bitches crawl. Oh, skeet, skeet, goddamn.
There you go. Oh, skeet, skeet, goddamn. Remember when we used to watch that guy that made all those different ones? Just check mine's not purple. Mine's only purple when I don't know how to describe this. So I'm a grower and not a shower. And then if I put more energy towards it, it like expands and then it turns like a purple color. It's almost like phase shifting. It turns a purple color. If I put the pressure to her, she turns purple. A little bit purple. Probably my high blood pressure.
Derek, I escaped. I made all right turns like you taught me in survival school.
What do you think you're doing? Now I've really got you. Get it!
I made all right turns like you taught me in survival school. Now I really got you. Hold on. Mariah calls it the purple-headed yogurt slinger.
Derek, I escaped. I made all right turns like you taught me in survival school.
What do you think you're doing? Now I've really got you. Get it!
No, I don't think you're supposed to make all right hand turns. I think Derek told you wrong there a little bit. Just a little bit. But, yeah, purple-headed yogurt slinger. That's what you need for survival and evasion. By the way, Ethan Ralph is legit going after Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes, sort of like neo-Nazi leader of America First. And it says, he posted something on Twitter. It says, Nick Fuentes is an evil and petty tyrant who must be destroyed for the good of nationalist politics worldwide. His organization, America First, is the most hypocritical and harmful in existence. They went from optics first to literally hailing Hitler and calling for a violent holy war against Jews. They are the single biggest give to Zionist power in this generation. They have doxxed and harmed countless people, turned on their allies, and committed fraud, all many various varieties. And I was there to see it from the inside. Fuentes himself personally protected a pedo and even tried to intimidate witnesses against coming forward. He is an AstroTurf fraud who is the biggest gift to the establishment currently in existence. Idiot groypers actually think Milo wrote this. Do they even know I started my career as a very prolific and acidic writer? Nah, because they're really fucking stupid, Lamau. So Ethan Ralph is going after Nick hard. Poor Ramesh. I don't know if he's going to escape or not. Nick Fuentes. Oh, that's what he's got pinned. Someone says the Ralph Tour out here on the comeback arc. Last time I was this pumped is when Stone Cold Steve Austin saved The Rock's ass. Nick Fuentes only knows how to eat hot chip and lie. Okay, I don't know what the fuck that means.
Fuentes called me because I just found out Sneeko and Nick Fuentes, these two female dogs, joined together to lie about me backing down Fourth Man. See, this is why I'm going to use their language. Okay, if you have children, cover their ears. And I want you to clip this archive and make it go viral because I just put a post. Nick Fuentes called me pretty much a bitch. He said I bitched out. Okay? Unbeknownst to me, I didn't watch it. Someone sent to me, and I cussed him out for being his messenger girl. Okay, now, Nick Fuentes, I'm going to now give you a taste of your medicine. You are a bitch. Sneeko, you are a bitch. And Nick Fuentes, let me prove to you are a bitch. Only a bitch, a female dog, would ask other men to fight their battles. I never backed down from debating Uthman. I said I wouldn't work with you because you are a demon. You are a son of Satan. You're a disgrace to Christianity and the Catholic Church. You are a joke and a cancer, and may the Holy Spirit remove you or convict you, repent. You're a bitch. Sneeko, you're a bitch. You're not men. And I'm calling out Uthman. And you, Sneeko, I want to debate Uthman, and I said I'll come on your channel, and I just reissued my challenges. But Sneeko, you and Uthman, you're both bitches. You won't take up my challenge. So Nick, you are a wicked, slandering dog.
Jesus Christ. Groypers are going insane in the Cozy stream. Alt Hops chat. They perceive him as the enemy of the movement. Besides spamming unrelated insults, they say that 15-year-old Smiley deserved getting graped by Ali. So that was Alexander Ali. Now has those allegations against him. And the America First Nick Fuentes supporters are saying that he deserved it. There's a screenshot here, and it says, dangerous manipulator Smiley seduced poor innocent Ali, Alexander Ali. The guy that I called a creep from the get-go. Yeah. What do you think of the pedo problem in Nick Fuentes' America First? Oh, let's see. This is a clip.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
This underneath every fucking thing Keith Wood does. Joel Davis, same thing. You motherfuckers want a war? Oh, you want a war? Oh, you want a war? We're gonna give you a war. We're gonna give you a war. You motherfuckers, I swear to God, you're gonna live to regret backing this little motherfucker. You wanted a war? You wanted to fucking disassociate with me? You wanted to fuck with me?
I think that's actually an older clip, but still. Let's see what this one is. This is a clip with Nick.
The Virgin Mary. I think she was like, well, she wasn't 18. I'll say that much. Certainly wasn't 18. You know what I expect? A fertile womb. A fertile womb and a sort of innocent, childlike spirit. All these people in the chat, dude, just stop. Shut up. Shut up. If you're, I'm banning people. If you're telling me to stop, you're gone. Bye. How old?
So he says he wants a fertile womb, and Mother Mary wasn't 18. He was talking the other day about wanting a 15-year-old wife. This is Nick Fuentes. He's 20-something. Leafy says that he is terrified of the Ralph Tour and the artist community because they draw a very accurate portrait of him. The term he is looking for is A-logs, by the way. A lot of peddling of fondness. They are definitely going after each other. We are all here for Nick. He's the man. We are loyal to Nick. We are our cult. America First is Nick Fuentes. America First is Nick First. And it's really time to clear out anyone who doesn't recognize that. We need loyalty tests and purges. Oh, shit. It's been confirmed that Nick Fuentes has a group of something that run a doxing operations when former America First members wander off the reservation. This isn't a political organization. It's a cult. So this has been a long time account. Like if you're high enough in America First and one of their content producers or like one of their orbiters and you leave their group, they dox you and fucking try to bring up your search history and sometimes even fake allegations. Aiden Projects has also now been banned from Cozy, likely due to his recent anti-Fuentes tweets. Oh no, Cozy is collapsing. 4.5K waiting for the show to start. I'll be on live in a few minutes. Killstream Fuentes, The Rat Cries, Adam Green, Lambright, plus the Thorpes live now. That was Ethan's latest show. That will lead to his fast and approaching glorious downfall. His fast approaching and glorious downfall. Evil petty tyrant, that's the one he pinned it from. They are really going after each other, and they were allies for a long time. And even when they weren't necessarily allies, they would kind of avoid talking about each other. I Hypocrite is apparently live on Cozy now saying the truth that I defeated the little rat Nick Fuentes yesterday. Oh no. I wonder if he got banned from Cozy. Ethan Ralph declares war on Cozy, Big Tech, and Godwinson jump ship. Cozy is in shambles now. Oh no. Oh, no. Nick Fuentes really went from fighting minorities to fighting the age of consent. Ooh, that is a tough call there. Nick Fuentes' sister gets fingered one room over while Nick streams America First. Oh, no. Oh, no. I knew in my heart my brother, righteous Ralph Retort, would deliver greatness. Total America First destruction, complete A-log amnesty. The proclamation has been made. I hope y'all understand now. Let's see what this clip is, okay?
Nick Fuentes and America First are going to be destroyed. You understand? I promise to God on the lives of my children and on my own life, Nick Fuentes and...
He's given amnesty to anybody who's ever went after him as long as they help him with Nick, because Nick's probably one of the biggest targets he's went after in a long time that has all this support. I mean, he's going to need some support.
America.
I've never really knocked Nick Fuentes. I've tried to avoid him just because it's such a hotly debated thing, and I don't want to lose my platforms, and they're known to mass report. They think it's funny because they all got kicked off YouTube and Twitch and shit. They think it's funny to mass report and get people kicked off stuff. But man, he's a fucking little Nazi, and I'm almost positive he's closeted. I don't care if he's gay, but he can't keep talking about how homosexuals are the downfall of the white race in America and blah blah blah, and him be closeted.
First will.
When he talks about women, he's like, "Ooh, gross. Why would I want a girlfriend? I just want to focus on politics and hang out with my friends."
Be destroyed. Amnesty on him. You know what? Mike Enoch, everybody. Amnesty on everybody. Complete amnesty. NJP, Radbot, Gator. I don't give a fuck. I mean everybody.
Amnesty.
Everybody.
Yeah, he's pretty bad. But he gets you hooked with this message of, so sometimes I hate when this message is used, but I personally believe it. Like, we've got stuff in America that we need to take care of first. The homelessness, homeless vets, drug addiction, mental health issues, blah, blah, blah. The problem is it's often a dog whistle for politicians who don't want to do that shit anyways. So they'll say, why are we sending money to such and such overseas when we really need to be taking care of our homeless vets? But when a homeless vet bill comes up, they're like, oh, no, can't vote for that. Sorry. Or when a bill comes up about feeding school children, or a bill comes up about mental health, or a bill comes up about, they don't vote for that one either. So you can't just use it as your dog whistle every time we're sending money overseas. But I truly believe we have a lot of stuff that we need to take care of at home first before we start sending tons of money overseas. So he lures you in with that message of America first. Let's take care of America first. But then he slowly slips in like the Jews are running the banks and social media, and this is happening, that's happening. Then he's hanging out with hanging out with girls disgusting, but he's hanging out with a guy named Catboy Cammy all the time. It's just so weird.
They must be destroyed!
Ralph is very theatrical in his stuff, and he plays a really good heel. Like, even if all this was fake, you know how much more followers and impression. He said he got 5,000 followers in a day just on Twitter. Just on Twitter. Like, drama is good for the show. I need to pick a fight with somebody online, even if it's fake. They've all hung out with Milo at one time. Milo was a big deal back in 2016. So, like, Ethan Ralph's hung out with him, but a lot of them have disowned him. Nick was told by Milo that Ollie Alexander was a predator. You guys remember Ollie Alexander? He was part of the Stop the Vote or Stop the Count or whatever movement. He had that weird mustache, and he was like, he looks like he's from like Indian descent or something. It turns out he has a bunch of allegations against him for like kids. Now, Milo tried to warn Nick, text Nick about him and said, hey, I've got the witnesses. They're willing to make statements. They say they were groomed. Here's the evidence. Here's screenshots. And Nick was trying to protect him. Stop the steal. Yeah. Nick was trying to protect him. No litter box as far as I know. Here, a lot of the channels of cozy streamers who dared point out the fact that Catboy Führer Nick Fuentes is a homo and a federal informant. Soon the rest of cozy will be joining them. It's showing everybody got there. Jade McNeil, Godwinson, Ethan Ralph, Michael Alberto, Big Tech, all these people that lost their accounts.
That was a joke. That
girl interacting with a trans girl Twitter account, including liking her feet.
That was a joke. That was a joke. See, I mean, I literally posted it because it was a joke. Now that.
So this is where he found a trans person on Twitter, and then somebody pointed out that he had been liking her feet pictures.
That person was trans. I didn't know that they were actually trans, or he, she, whatever. I thought that.
Yeah, he did. He does the blackface streams. You're right, Jim.
The trans thing was a running joke. It's honest to God. I thought the trans.
Mandy told us that I don't know if you guys enjoyed the content when Bull was around, but I feel like our personalities kind of go along a little bit better. I mean, he can't get super high because that gets on my nerves, but our personalities kind of go together. And Mandy said if we lived together, we'd be viral by now because we'd probably come up with something stupid that would take off.
Trans thing was a running joke and that he was being sarcastic. And then I found out that it wasn't a joke. And then I said, okay, you're a freak. You need to get help. But, you know, you just can't.
They claim that this clip shows that in 2022 he said it was a joke, and then in 2023 he said it was Photoshop.
Can't win.
You know what?
You can't
Screenshot in which he was following a gay account on his new Instagram ban evasion.
Now that's
account.
just fake.
Him complimenting comedian BG Cumby's body.
Before I went live, you had 999 followers on. What is going on? Oh boy. I saw you were at $9.99 on Twitter. You're about to get the patented Fuentes bump on Twitter. So you got a good physique. Fuentes bump means you retweet someone and then they get more engagement. It doesn't mean it's not innuendo. It's not sexual innuendo.
I don't care if he takes some of his gummies, but when he takes so many gummies, it's hard to have a conversation with him. That gets on my nerves.
Fuentes bump means
from anybody.
I follow you, I retweet you, and then you get everyone knows that. Beardson calls it the Beardson bump.
But I play it up for the show. Like I act like I'm mad at him and stuff. I don't know. I did the same thing with Sage as a co-host. We act like we don't get along because I think it's funnier when I'm like making fun of him or picking on him. He's making fun of me or whatever.
Zeke, I will say I watched your video where you defended
got a good physique.
Amy Schumer, and I was like, I thought you were just ironic, but you actually had a good physique, and I was like, what? Like there was a dissonance about that because usually you look at a Sam Hyde, you look at these.
He keeps complimenting this guy's physique.
Sloppy, but. I will say I do appreciate the physique. Are you, by the way,
what the Catholic? Fuck? By the way, are you Catholic? It sounds like he's going to take him home and introduce him to mom and dad. Jesus, what a weird thing. Nick, I just broke up with my boyfriend of 7 years. I've rejected my wickedness and have chosen to celebrate life with a wife and children. Your show has been a light guiding me back to Christ. You truly help countless people. Nick, I love you and all the Nickers is what he calls his people. And he says pee pee poo poo from someone named Black Swan. And then it says Nick is lying about his association with Black Swan. There it is, $100 donation. Damn. Ralph, I used to hate you, but man, this is a generational comeback. Good game, man. I hope you sober up and get your kids back. This is some good stuff. The gapers hurt a lot of people instead of the groypers. This is going to be a big war. We're going to end up having to cover this at some point, I'm sure. I've just been kind of keeping up with it in the background and telling you all about it. But we're going to have to cover it. This is going to be huge for the internet. This is just 2 huge fucking channels on the internet. And I'm much more like Ethan Ralph, especially when he's sober, than I like any of these motherfuckers. Completely dominated a shook Nick Fuentes, who was scared to even face me on a call and had to have Sweepy play a game of telephone for him, Lamau. The knife is dead. Even Sweepy's own chat voted me the winner overwhelmingly. Keep coping, groypers. This is getting huge. All right, guys. You got anything else? Oh, I guess we could do. It's just 12:23. Does anybody want to talk about a topic? I'll hop into. I'm in Discord. If you got Discord, I'll hop into the Hangout. I was going to end it, but I've actually got a topic that we could discuss if you guys want to. So I'm in the Hangout. If anybody wants to join, I'll unmute Discord so I can hear people. So you guys know who Pinky Doll is, right? Jay Hyde Ashbury brought up a debate to this. I don't know if anybody wants to talk about this or not. If you do, I'm in the Discord. You guys know who Pinky Doll is. She was the one that did the first, robot AI stream thing. Since then, she's been blowing up. She came out and said that she makes like $7,000 a day between her streams and OnlyFans, okay? Between her streams and OnlyFans, she makes $7,000 a day or more. That might just be from her streams. Maybe that's probably not even including her OnlyFans. I just thought about that. That's probably just from her streams, $7,000 a day. But she has an OnlyFans. She has an OnlyFans. And in her OnlyFans account, she role plays as if she's a 15-year-old girl. So on her OnlyFans account, she role plays as if she's a 15-year-old girl. What do you think about that? Good, bad, indifferent? What do you think about it?
Ice be so good. Ice be so good. Ice be so good. Ice be so good.
It's already 12:30. We might have to save this for a bigger show if people want to come on and talk about it. We don't have that much time to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it tonight. I'm dipping out. We're not going to talk about it tonight just because if somebody does want to come on and talk about it, I should have probably done it earlier when there were more people here, and I should have more than like 30 minutes to do it. But we might come on and talk about that. If you guys want to debate it or discuss it, is it okay because she's technically adult? Is it not okay because she's role playing at 15? She's French. What's the age of consent in France? I don't know. But we might have to discuss that at a later time. I just backed out of the thing because I've only got 30 minutes left, and somebody's gonna get on here, and then I'm gonna end up being here all night. Plus, there's probably people that want to talk about it that have already left. So we might do that at the start of the show tomorrow or something. I'll start out, or maybe during the day. Maybe we won't make it part of the show. During the day, we'll hop on and go live and hop in Discord, and we can debate it. I'll make the mods come because no one else wants to come onto the panel, and then maybe that'll soften everybody else up so they won't be scared of me.
Ice be so good. Ice be so good. Ice be so good. Ice be so good. Stay home. Stay home. Stay home. Stay home.
I don't want to give my opinion yet. I want to talk with people about their opinions. I want to start bringing on more topics like that and talking to you guys about it and your opinions, and maybe even, like, I'm sure there'll be people with differing opinions that can discuss it. We got to remain in TOS, but I want to start doing more than that and get people to where they aren't so afraid to call in. They seem terrified of me. You got to be on Discord, though. Join my Discord. You can find the link at Culver.fun. Someone made her a little song, and here's how we'll finish. Everybody's been asking me where the outro song is. I just recently uploaded the outro song to Rumble. So if you're interested in getting it and downloading it or having it or whatever, you're more than welcome. You can have that. You can have the song. So I've seen people posting about it recently, and people used to ask me all the time. It's the actual song that I use for the outro, not the Harris Heller song. It's the Ain't Seen Nothing Yet song. So if you go to my Rumble, I uploaded it here, and this is my outro song. You can just use a program like Rumble download. Just Google Rumble video downloader, and then take this link, and then you can go and download it. Here's the link if you want it. It's my ringtone and shit. So there you go. That's easier than me uploading it somewhere and trying to get everybody to download it or putting in this, blah, 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 whatever. You can download that and just add it to your phone, put it on a playlist. I know a lot of people like the music. So there it is with the video just sits here. And, well, we can watch it here. The video just sits here and flashes.
Try this simple ice hack with water before bed.
Do I usually have ads on my Rumble videos?
Climbing up 5G towers because you told him if he did.
Yeah, the video just sits there and flashes. This is our old studio.
Exactly who they are.
And it's just me in the background. It just sits there and flashes. That used to be my old intro there.
Whoa. Sing not yet.
Round 3.
So there you go. If you want it, it's on Rumble now. You're more than welcome to download it, use it, whatever. It used to be on YouTube, but now it's banned from being uploaded on YouTube because they took it down. And then when I went to re-upload it like months later, they said it was a violation of community guidelines. But then when I went to upload it like months later, it was blocked from being. You cannot upload it on YouTube. They got it in their system or whatever, and when it reviews it, it just kicks it out. Other than that, guys, continue to support the show if you can at coldbeer.fund or use one of those links in the chat there. We would greatly appreciate it. The economy's bad, so anything that relies on donations and stuff like that is inherently bad. But thank you for the support. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for coming to the show. I hope you enjoyed the shows this week with Bull. I'm back at it now, so I'll be here around here more and making more content again. I just wanted to hang out with them while they were here to make sure they had a decent time, and I hope they did. But other than that, I'm out of here. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thank you for the support and donations that did come in. If you want to contribute to the show, you can do that at coldbeer.fund or one of those links. Buymeacoffee.com/coldbeer, donoclip.com/coldbeerconfessional. It's the full name. Whatever you need to do, and I would greatly appreciate it. We'll see everybody on the next one. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and we'll see y'all later. Have a good night. Don't fall asleep in the airport.
But I can tell you this about if this douchebag happens to see this particular show.
I do think I'm going to leave the camera and microphone where it was at for Bull Schiffer and probably get a little bit better lighting and green screen over there. And that way, if I ever do have a guest or Mariah wants to come in or whatever, there it is.
Okay, Scott.
Here we go. I think I started some shit. Listen off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that's.
Oh, also, I'll be around Telegram and Discord more. I've been kind of ignoring it. When up at the campground, I don't have the greatest service. So when I stay there until showtime, like I have been, I don't see a lot of the messages, but I'm going back through them now to get caught up with everybody.
You ain't seen nothing yet. And they say that I'm a lunatic. Well, listen, bitch, I came equipped with a.
Somebody call OBS customer service if they can get me hooked back up.
Jesus. Praise the Lord, head to the extreme. All these false fucking prophets who profit off of gossip. Worshipping drums, cocking, begging for a throat deposit. Swinging fucking meat hammers like four in a thong. He's strapped to the shaft, eating his chest like he's King Kong. Starving for attention, I'ma make your gut burst. I'll be your huckleberry, I can quench that thirst. Baby eating lizard people, alien sex. What's next? Trump in a dress, fucking Flynn on his desk. A retard in a vest, climbing up 5G towers. Cause you told him if he did, he'd get fucking superpowers. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss him off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen nothing yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss him off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen nothing yet. I used to find clues too when I was high on shrooms. I found myself a tunnel that led to Jason Q's bedroom. Open his closet, I found some of his meat rockets. I strapped him to my shoes and then I flew through the roof. I found myself in orbit strapped to an F-16. High on amphetamine, with Trump in between. Put on a light coat of baby oil and saluted the troops. He tapped me on the shoulder and said, "This is gonna be it." Whoa, wait. Stop. What? What? I'll get my files. Wait, what are you doing? Stop. Hold on. Fucking stop. Dude, come on. Seriously. My mom's an alcoholic. Oh, give me a. Oh my God. Damn it. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen nothing yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen nothing yet.
Round 3.
Down goes Nino. Please say it isn't so. Got him backed up on the ropes, trying to ram it down his throat. Now things are getting rocking, he was doing so well. It's all over, hands on his shoulders, they ringing his bell. You got Frog News Network, dude.
No damn research, they be working copy on cocks that came first. 9th inning, second string, and they acting like they know hitters. Assholes throwing bullshit, sending bronze to the shitter. All this nonsense on my conscience, it's hard to sleep at night. Who the fuck is in my window with this time of the night? These parasites, these leeches, with all their secret meetings, teaching all you fucking cretins about baby eating heathens, believing in reason.
Yeah, I streamed to YouTube, like unlisted or whatever. Then I throw it up as a replay. We also missed last night's Patreon stream for like the upper levels of Patreon, so I gotta make that up this weekend too.
You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them beds, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet.
You don't have those guts because you're a pussy. You're a pussy wearing aviator glasses in your mother's basement, and I won't even give out your dime store handle because that's really pathetic.
Have a good night, everybody. See you in the next one. Thank you.